Do your big back, get back for real. Do your big back, get back for real. Looking through the cabinet trying to see where the food at. You a big back. Big back, big back, big back, big back, big back, big back for real. You a big back for real. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. What do you mean? Oh, what YouTube did? YouTube sent they sent you the notification. Big back for real. He big back for real. He Bruh, you gotta just keep doing it. You get better and better the more and more you do it. The more and more you do it, the better you get, bro. What are you trying to talk about? Just like record yourself practicing. Like literally practice. Like read to the camera while like looking. And then start talking if you're doing a script. But if you're just talking, if you know enough about what you're talking about, it should roll off the tongue. Like if you're knowledgeable enough about what you're talking about, it should roll off the tongue. So if you practice enough that one video or whatever, it should be a lot easier for you to do it because you practiced. Looking through the cabinets trying to see where the food at. You a big bet. Oh, you sent it to me? Big bet. Can I play it on live? Can I play it on live?
Bro, do you always in my chat? You always talking shit. I gotta get my
okay, bet.
Bro. Cause there ain't no way you always speaking and you always eat at the same time that you always speaking. Man.
Stop. There's 5 things you need to know before you book your next photo session. Let's go. Number 1, you want to create your mood board. The purpose of your mood board is to show your stop. There's 5 things you need to know before you book your next photo session. Let's go. Number 1, you want to create your mood board. The purpose of your mood board is to show your vision, basically. So you're making a mood board for your photographer, hairstylist, nail tech, hairstylist, and whatever you got.
You should have cut hairstylist off when you said hairstylist again. So just like it's okay. Like, so what I do is when I'm creating a talking head, I'll pause. If I don't know what I'm about to say, I will pause. I won't start, like, don't keep, like, if you're doing a talking head, like, for a specific video, just pause. So, like, if you don't know what you're about to say next, just pause because it'll make your life easier when it's editing to cut it out. So, if you're like, you know what I'm saying, hairstylist, pause, think about what you're trying to say next. Or read the next line. If it's a script, read the next line in your head and then read it out loud. That's the best way to start doing talking heads is like remember, like if you're doing a script, remember the line, then say it and then stop. Remember the line, say it and then stop. So like I'll read the line, I'll be like edit and vibe with me, client Halloween photo shoot editing, Lightroom, Photoshop. Okay. Edit and vibe with me, client photo shoot editing in Lightroom and Photoshop. And then I'll go back and read the next part. Education, public monetization, make sure to join the Discord. Education, public monetization, make sure to join the Discord. And I'll go see the next one. So I'll pause in between. So now when you go back to edit, you just got to cut those dead spaces out. You know what I'm saying? So when you're rambling or you're mumbling, it's hard to do a hard cut with audio. Like audio wise, when you go back to edit the video, it's hard to do a hard cut on that video. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm gonna play the rest.
Oh no, you know what I'm saying? And this is to show your vision across everybody. Let everybody know what you want for your birthday. This is your birthday, and we can't read your mind, so just make a mood board.
I ain't gonna lie. That lighting set up, though, nigga. I see that lighting set up, though. I see that lighting set up. I see the okay. Who do you think you is, bitch? I see the lighting set up in the back, nigga. Look at talking about, yeah. I see it peeking back there, gang. I see you peeking back there, gang. I made one, but it's in the Discord and on the Patreon, comma, I'll try to make one for YouTube sometime soon. Somebody's like, can you make a video about talking about your website and your portfolio? And I'm like, yeah, I can, but, you know, private community type shit. Bruh, okay, let me, like, should I turn TikTok live on? I should go live on TikTok just for the hell of it. I'm not available too long anyways. I just made a tutorial about the new update on Instagram. I'm about to watch the rest of your video. But I made a tutorial midnight too. I made a tutorial about the new update on Instagram, but that new update on Instagram is crazy, bro. I'm about to edit the video right now with y'all, so y'all get to see the shit and stuff. But I think I done broke the code on YouTube because my junk just went crazy. This last video just went crazy, bro. Let me see. I gotta reply to this. View all. Responded. Response status. Responded. I gotta send this guy this Discord link. He's like, make a video about how to make a this. I'm like, bro, join that Discord, cause like the whole familiar, we in that bit. The whole familiar in that bit for real. All right, let's go live. Yeah, big back for real. Big back for real. I gotta get my microphone out for a tickety tick. But we're packing I got a wedding tomorrow. I got hella shit to do tonight, but I need to get a lot of editing done. And I always feel bad if I don't like go live or talk to y'all or update y'all or something like that while I have the time. So what I told y'all, I said, when I have the time, I'll go live and show y'all that I have the time. But right now I just got done with a shoot, literally. Just got back. I'm getting ready for the next shoot, but I'm about to start doing this. I got like an hour or so because I had some client cancellations today. So when those clients canceled, I log y'all in. If the client canceled, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and go live and talk to my community. If the client cancels, that's fine. I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't tripping. All right, so let's go ahead and hop right into this right here. Oh, I also need to transfer over my files. I need to transfer over my files from today, so that way y'all can see that bit too. All right, let me see this.
So we can see. Number 2, if you want to have a smooth day, a smooth photo shoot day, I would start off. If I was to be booking my birthday shoot and I was
also when you're making these short form videos like this, think about it like this. Look, so these are conflicting colors. It's kind of hard for me to read that one because you have the white with the yellow overlaid. So you have the yellow overlaid on the white. You see what I'm saying? So if I want to read that fast, it's hard. I got to squint. So either thicken the font and move it away from these borders. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you're posting to Instagram or TikTok, it's going to cut these borders off. So it's going to literally cut so the T might not even be on there really, and that 2 not going to show up. So definitely squish it in there and use my font, gang. I ain't going to say that bit out loud, but you know my font. So you could use that font. It's a pretty nice thick font, and you can condense it to where they can actually read it, because there's a lot of squiggly shit going on. Even if the squiggly stuff wasn't moving, it would be easier to read, but it's like a lot going on, so it's kind of hard for me to read. Like I'm looking at the squiggles, not the words. So if you made like the opacity of the squiggles go down or something, because I need to focus on the words. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to focus on like everything else. I need to focus on what you're saying. Oh, schedule your appointment? Okay, cool. So I would say make that bigger, and then also either take the squiggles out or make it squiggles kind of like, or like make it a paper texture or something, you know what I'm saying, to where it's like not as like trippy on the brain or not as bright and vibrant. And make it a thicker what's the name, and bring it away from those edges. So where you want to stay away from is, can I draw on this? I don't think I could draw on this. I can't draw on this. No, I can't draw on that. I was gonna try to draw on it.
Stop. There's 5 things you.
Yeah, I don't think I could draw on it. But basically, maybe if I take a screenshot, I could draw on it. Okay, so. All right, I'm gonna take a screenshot so I can show you some shit real quick. All right, so what you want to do is, bet I could draw on this now. So I can't draw on it. What the hell? I thought I could draw on it. I can't draw on this? Why I can't draw on it? Bro, what? Oh, brother. Like, usually they let me draw on it. I can't draw on the screenshot. Okay, well, what the hell? Why can't I, though? All right, so basically, this is what I'm trying to tell you. You want to stay away from this. So you want to stay about this much off on both sides. So you want to stay inside of these lines, right? And you got to think about it. When somebody goes to like your photo, video, or share it, where they're gonna be at? It's gonna be within these lines. So you got to think about it. The like button, the share button, the comment button, all of those extra buttons are all right here. So if all these buttons are right here, right? If all those buttons are right there, you need to stay out of that line. And then also you got this whole bottom bar where the comment is, where the caption is, right? So you want to stay out of this whole side. You don't want to touch nothing that has to do with this. And then you also want to stay out of these sides as well, because you got the caption down here. But then on the flip side of that, you got the bar up here that has stuff on, like, you know what I'm saying, when you're watching the video on Instagram or whatever. So you want to stay off the ledge. You want to basically stay in the middle, but bring it in a little bit more, so that way nothing gets cut off. Because then you can repurpose this for every social media platform, and you don't have to worry about it cutting anything off or anything like that. So yeah, a little rule of thumb.
Stop. There's 5 things you need to know as a girl, and I wanted to book my birthday shoot. I will start off with my hair first, my nails second, my makeup next, then I get ready and I go to the studio. Cool? I'm gonna explain why. When you're booking a photographer, you want to book your photographer a week or 2 weeks before your birthday shoot. Now this gives them enough time to handle your edits.
Also,
revision.
I'm not about to. I'm not gonna cook your ass. I'm not gonna cook your ass. I'm not gonna cook your ass. But you gotta think. Like, even if everything went right in this video and everything that you said went correct or went good in this video, would your client want to book you? Me as a client, I wouldn't want to book you because of what the fuck you're wearing. So, like, you know what I'm saying? If I book you, are you pulling up in PJs? Is this what are you wearing this when you come to shoot me? You should put a plain shirt on, put a plain color shirt on, and then you could put words or text. You know what I'm saying? So let's say, for example, if you put the words that you're saying, like with your photographer, this, blah, 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 you have text going on the screen, you could put that text right down there, and you can use that on the Edits app. So you don't have to do that in DaVinci. You could export that from DaVinci, upload it to Edits, and do some pass-through. Put it in Edits, do a little bit of the final fine-tuning in Edits app, and put the voice text over it. So that way your shirt is pretty plain, so that way it doesn't mess with the words. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that, like, it's not messing, it's taking the attention away. Because I'm listening to you talk, but I'm not looking at you. Like, I'm listening to you talk. Only thing I'm looking at is your shirt. Like, I don't even know. That's just me. Like, me as a first-time viewer, I'm literally looking right at your shirt. I'm looking at your shirt. I'm looking at your background. I'm like, what kind of pants this nigga got on? Like that. I'm listening to you talk, but I'm looking at what you're wearing. You know what I'm saying? And you want them to focus on your words. You want to be more compelling, right? And also, don't slouch in a chair when you're talking to the camera, because it kind of gives, like, it's not as assertive. Like, I don't really want to listen to you. So a good, like, rule of thumb when talking is, like, leaning forward. So, like, if you're like this, it's like too lax. Like, yeah, type shit. But if you're leaning in, when booking a photographer, what part of it was a practice? That's what I'm saying. All of it's a practice. I understand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you say what part of it was a practice you don't understand. I'm just telling you stuff. Just in case, so that way for later. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, let's say, for example, you're leaning into the camera. You know what I'm saying? When booking a photographer, you want to make sure that you focus on these 3 things. And then you pause and you think, like, oh, shit, what am I about to say next? Okay. You want to make sure that your makeup appointment is booked. Then you stop. If you mess up, stop all the way. And restart. Like, stop, so that way you can hard cut. You got to think about the edit while you're talking. So while you're talking, think about the edit. So think about how you're gonna have to chop it up. You know what I'm saying? So chop that up. We're live. I'm live on YouTube right now. Go to YouTube, fam. You have advice for being able to make conversations on live? Love your content. Talk to the comments. That's what I'm doing. I'm talking to the comments. Either talk to the comments or go live having a topic to talk about. That's probably the best thing I can say, because I'm live on YouTube too, and they're talking to me, so they're helping me create a conversation. But leaning in, talking to them, being assertive, it makes them want to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're looking at the camera. You're looking at them, you're talking to them, you're being assertive, and you have these hand gestures and movements that are giving that you are serious about what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's just like you're just like this, and you're looking at the camera, but you're leaned in, so that makes them want to lean in and be like, what are you talking about? But if you like this, like, yeah, if you're booking a photographer and things of that nature, you want to make sure that, you got your life together, and that, like, what I'm saying, type shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like, when you're booking a photographer, these are the 3 things that you need to be focusing on. Ooh, what are the 3 things I need to be focusing on? Makeup. Get that booked first, all right? Don't book it 1 hour before. Book it 3 to 4 hours before, so your makeup is already done. Wardrobe. Do not order your wardrobe the week of. Order it 2 weeks before, just in case you have any last-minute discrepancies. Little shit like that. Woo! On to the next. me finish it off.
Gives them enough time to handle your edits in case you.
Hey, and put a battery in that that smoke detector, cuh. Put a battery in that smoke detector. I know, you know, I know we, but damn, tight shit.
You need a revision and y'all going back and forth. Just give them time to do it that. Booking your birthday 2 days before your birthday or 2 days after your birthday or the day of your birthday is kind of crazy.
I see a little belly right there, D. D, that's a little belly right there. That's belly. That's a little belly. You got belly. You got belly hanging out on a promotional video for your clientele. Tuck that damn belly away. All right. Put that belly away. All right. Tuck that belly. Tuck your shirt. Tuck that belly. All right. All right. Other than that, good video, good information. Actually, good. If you watch this back multiple times, like what I would do is, I would record myself. I would record myself talking to the camera while reading my script, and then I would play it back so I can hear it now. So I can hear what I'm saying, so I can get familiar with my own words. You get what I'm saying? Like I would record myself talking to the camera, like reading my script, or just talking to the camera about what I'm talking about, and then hear it back to yourselves. Like listen back to it, and you listen back to it, you're like, okay, now I know what I'm actually saying. So now it's easy to talk about it without a script. It's like, oh yeah, man, I noticed. I done read that script 2 times. I'm familiar with every word in that bit, and you just gonna run it in. Sam Costell, what's up, bruh? What's up, gang? I'm live on what's the name too, you guys. I'm live on YouTube right now. You said I used to be your favorite basketball player, bro. I wasn't even in the league for that long. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. All right, let's see. Let's hop into it. Let's get right. What was I doing? Oh, I need to do this video real fast before I get too deep with y'all. Bro, did you watch the I don't even know if you're on the Patreon or not, but I made a client. Remember I did the revision on that video. I did the revision on that video. She loved it. She freaking loved it. I almost cried. I ain't gonna lie. I did almost cry, but I had to like multiple revisions on the video. She ended up loving it. So score. I hate revisions though. Like I hate having to go back on work that you thought was done. Like, you know, like you done got paid, then you done did it. Now you need a revision. And it's like you got to go back on the work that was already done. Appreciate it, dog. Nah, for sure, man. You welcome, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'ma always be what? Read my shirt. Real, raw, unfiltered. I ain't never gonna lie to you, my boy. I'ma be 100%. 100%. All right. File, new, library. I gotta make this video real fast. I really kind of just wanted y'all to be company, no homo. Like I was like, man, I'm gonna just let the familiar be company for real. Dude, I have a client from a month ago just sending edits because I think, bro, I'd be like, you have one day. I'd be like, here are the photos from the photo shoot. Thank you so much for allowing me to capture this moment for you. You will have one day to select your favorite for me to begin editing. After this one day, you will no longer be able to get your edits. You know what that does? It forces them to hurry the hell up because I need to get you out of my brain. Like I wanna like, it sounds bad, but I wanna stop thinking about you. Like I wanna be like, boom. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna think about you for like weeks and weeks and weeks to come. Bitch, what? Bro, stop throwing money at me, bang. Oh, I'm talking about video revision. I'm not talking about a photo revision. I'm talking about a video revision. I give everybody 3. I don't give no 3 days. I give 3 day imagine a video. I'm talking about a video. I did a video edit on live the other day. That's what it was. I did a video edit on live the other day. I'm live on YouTube right now though. Taxi PNG. Editing is a pain. Communication, yeah. Yeah, it's always so unclear. But then again, that's why like as a photographer, I try my hardest to like have everything out front. Like up front, we need to talk about everything you need up front. Like tell me up front what you want, bro. Up front. Like up front. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Up front, bro. Like I be like, you know what I'm saying? I over communicate. I be like, hey, blah 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 blah. Like I over communicate. I make sure that everything is understood.
Do I have within like the next business day? We're super fast. He usually gets it to me within like the next business day.
Yeah, I'm faster than a bitch.
This time he actually had me video, like do little videos, cinematic videos, and I loved it. I looked like I was in a movie. And yeah, of course, I'll be back. I'll always come back. I've referred many of my girlfriends to him, and I will continue to refer. It makes you feel like you're that girl.
Yeah, I got that effect. Call that boy the Flash. You know, yeah. I get the, you know what I'm saying? But that's also what get me booked so much, bro. Is like my turnaround time is uncalled for. My turnaround time is unbelievable, and I love that. Hey, did you email the photos, Trevon? Long form clients. Make sure they're raw. Are they raw files or are they JPEG? I can edit both, but I'm just saying you'll get more like through a raw file. Clients. Wait, what am I doing right now? What am I doing right now? Oh, okay. The YouTube video. Bro threw me off. Bro just gifted me $50, bro. Trevon be coming in here dropping that bag on me, bro. Like shit. Bro, the blanks need to hurry up and come so I can ship everybody's shirts out. Like, waiting, like, being, bro, owning a clothing brand is crazy, bro. All right, what's it called? What am I doing right now? Oh, okay. Instagram AI update. That's what I'm doing. All right, then I have to send this screen recording to my computer. All right, there we go. I have to send this screen recording to my computer. Bro, I walked in on my cat licking himself, bro, and I was like, "Hey, man, like, what you think this is?" I felt violated. Like, I'm like, "What are you doing?" Yeah, bro. At this point, I'm getting tricked on. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just call it what it is, man. I'm gonna just call it what it is. I'ma just call me a dolphin. All right. Now she all on me. Mother bitch, she want me. Hold on, let me check my email. Let me send it through the email. You don't believe me? I will show you a video, bro. I recorded it, but I don't want to. I think that's like. I don't think I could show that on here. I don't think I could show that on here, bro. I don't think I could show that on here. Okay, bet. All right. Take your time, gang. All right. Okay, the order is out for delivery, it says. Bro, I'm waiting for that so I can send everybody their shirts. I hate feeling like I'm holding people's money. That's a violation of privacy. Bro, he was in my chair. Casper was in my chair, bro. I didn't tell him to be licking on himself. Like, what? Brother was in my chair. Was in my chair. You see what I'm saying? Mine. Brother was in my chair, gang. I didn't tell. Nobody told him, oh, you know what I'm saying? Bling, 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 bling. You know what's crazy? I almost didn't go live today. Insane. I'm trying to go live when you guys are active. Like not active, but like are able to join that bit. Because like when I be going live regularly, he needs to sue me. Good thing he's not a human and doesn't have rights. Well, I mean, okay, wait, that sounds crazy. Sounds crazy. My cat has rights. Or does he? All right, let's go ahead and edit this video real quick. I'm gonna edit this video real quick so I can upload it to Patreon and get y'all the sauce and a new update, man. And this new update, y'all about to get a little update, new update shit too. But and after you click the paintbrush icon, this new Instagram update is insane. The paintbrush icon. So if you guys see like. This new Instagram update is insane. You literally just upload a picture. So I just had me a dose, please. And now she all on it. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I love Final Cut Pro so much, bro. Like, I'm a fanboy for it. I'm all of that stuff. I genuinely don't care. Like, I don't care what nobody says. I love it. I do. I really do. Genuinely. Like, you know what I'm saying? If Final Cut was a person, might have been married already. Can't lie. Final Cut is my, like, that's, bro. When I say I know that bit like the back of my hand, I've been using it for like hella years though, so that makes sense and shit. Now she all on me, cause that little bitch she. All right, all right. Y'all. I need to turn my timer on and get productive, bruh. All right. God dang, y'all be just in there bit. Like, okay, hold on. I might have to DoorDash too, bro, cause I'm low-key getting hungry. I'm about to eat a Pop-Tart. I ate a hot dog earlier. Oh, I also got an adjustment layer now, you guys. Named after me. Fuck going on. Taxi PNG adjustment layer. You already know the vibes going in. It took me so long. Oh my goodness, my English is gone. Wow. It took me a minute, bro, to do this. Right corner. After you. Big ass back. This new Instagram update is insane. Alright, so I'm gonna duplicate this twice. What's it called? Custom. I'm gonna go to custom LUT, drag and drop this on that bottom layer. Go to LUT. Top one. Use the same thing. I'm gonna hit that moto. And then this top one, we're gonna look up sharp. Done that bit of 1.5. Hit enter. And now we're ready to ride. Command 5 to make this go away. Command 4 to make this go away. And then I think it's Command 3. Or is it? Yeah, Command 1 to make that go away. Yeah. Update is insane. Titles. Custom. It's too quiet. I should play like that. That something. This new Instagram update is insane. You literally just upload a. And I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna drop that drop shadow and blend that a bit more. There we go. A picture to your Instagram story or whatever. You're gonna click this little. I would say grown man, by the way. Nah. Picture to your Instagram. Little paintbrush icon. On the top right corner. Click this little paintbrush. Oh, I just got his email. Hold on, I got y'all. I'm about to look at that bill. Brush icon in the top right corner, and after you click the paintbrush icon in the top right corner, you can literally do whatever you want. So if you guys see like how I showed you guys like before I made that AI video about how, you know, AI brush icon in the top right corner. Hold on, wait. Paintbrush icon in the top right corner.
Literally do whatever you want. So if you guys see like how I showed you guys like before.
There we go. Hit M. Right where it changes.
Corner. And little paintbrush icon in the top right corner.
There we go.
And after you click the paintbrush icon in the top right corner, you can literally do what. And after you can literally do whatever you want.
And I'm gonna go. Okay, bet. This should be quick. Hold on, I got you. And I'm gonna set that from here, and I'm gonna zoom it in to show them what I'm talking about. And then I'm gonna move it around a little bit, and then zoom it out. $100, 0, 0. There we go.
Corner, and after you click the paintbrush icon in the top right corner, you can literally do whatever you want. So if you guys see like how I showed you guys like before I made that AI video about how, you know, AI might replace.
Okay, hopefully this is all good because I'm about to speed up the process.
Right here on Instagram stories. This is crazy. I can keep making different versions of it. If I feel like I don't like that one, right here on Instagram stories. Keep making different versions of it. If I feel like I don't. Instagram stories. This is crazy. I can keep making different versions of it. If I feel like I don't like that one, I can hit the little refresh button and it'll refresh it to a whole nother vibe again. I can do it again.
Okay, damn. I'm not catching it on time. I thought I started at the exact same time.
Refresh it to a whole nother vibe again. I can do it again and keep refreshing until I find one that I actually like. Literally, so I feel like this one. Literally, so I feel like this. Literally, so I feel like this one is not bad. This one's pretty tough. So I could save this one, but I'm gonna just go ahead and undo so I can keep showing you guys more stuff. So you can go right here to where it says add, right? And I can type in the word, let's say cowboy hat.
But I feel like I gotta be closer. Like, I feel like, should I make myself closer? Yeah.
Instagram stories, cowboy hat. Oh my gosh, I don't like that one. Let me go ahead. For example, you.
All right, let's see. All right, I got y'all. Hold on, I got y'all. Bro, what does it not see? Like, what's offline? Is this one? Oh, brother. I'm gonna just delete that bit. I'll put it back on later. Alright. I'm gonna hold this. Hold command. I'm gonna chop all these out. I'm about to upload this video fast as hell too, by the way. I'm about to upload it to Patreon. I'm literally making this video for Patreon right now. Damn it. See, oh, you said I'm not a photographer or anything. I just got a camera earlier this year, so hopefully the photos look decent. Okay, but I got you. Let me hurry up so I can go look at them for you. This is a 7-minute. This right here is a 7-minute video that I made. This video is not long at all. Like, it's not like a. Yeah, well, you see, I done chopped it down to 6 minutes already. So I'm just trying to do this so I can because I think everything else is literally just raw talking. Yeah, I think everything else is raw talking. Hold on, the chat went away. Yeah, raw talking. Then I gotta send my client her stuff.
Free over there. So if you go over there to the Patreon, you can get an AI prompts template for free for different prompts that you can put in. Just like this. So this is, bro, like it's crazy. It's like, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish out like this one right here. I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna go upscale.
D, y'all really might learn from this one. I ain't gonna lie, cause I didn't know this. I found this out this morning, and I was like, bro, I gotta make a tutorial for the community. Like I you know what I'm saying? No weird shit. I live for y'all, so I'm like, okay, I need to make that big real quick. I'm like, they're gonna love this. I'm like y'all are gonna love. I'm like, they're gonna love this one. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yes, shit. All right, let me see. I'm about to make the end screen real quick. There we go. And let me download these images from that boy. Got my email. I'm refreshing. Okay, bet you sent both. Okay, download. Download. 2 CR3s. Downloads. Where'd it go? Download. Okay. Downloads. Save. Now the other one. Downloads. Oh, I downloaded the same image twice. Hold on. Download. Alright. Downloads. Alright, you want me to edit these, right? But you said you want to see how I edit them, right? Hold on. Let me find them. If they load. Alright, so this is 1. This is 2. Okay, and you're like, how would I edit them? I'm about to have some fun. Alright, hold on. Hold on. Let me export this real quick. I'm about to have some fun. He just gave me a whole new YouTube idea on something. Alright, let me see. Hold on. My hot donkey conscience. All right, let me make sure the audio sounds good. I think the video should be fine now. Maybe I'll put my headphones on.
This new Instagram update is insane. You literally just upload a picture to your Instagram story or whatever. You're gonna click this little paintbrush icon in the top right corner, and after you click the paintbrush icon,
challenge
in the
time.
You can literally do whatever you want. So if you guys see like how I showed you guys like before I made that AI video about how, you know, AI might replace photographers and stuff like that, they literally have the ghost face trend. You literally just click the ghost face and it will literally make the ghost face right here on Instagram stories. This is crazy. I can keep making different versions of it. If I feel like I don't like that one, I can hit the little refresh button and it'll refresh it to a whole nother vibe again. I can do it again and keep refreshing it until I find one that I actually like. Literally, so I feel like this one is not bad. This one's pretty tough. So I could save this one, but I'm gonna just go ahead and undo so I can keep showing you guys more stuff. So you can go right here to where it says add, right? And I can type in the word, let's say right, cowboy.
Let me make sure this is right. Cause when I start exporting this, I'm gonna open that in Photoshop. I got you. I'm gonna open that bit in Photoshop.
Every single time.
Make sure no crazy notifications popped up. Yeah, I think we good.
Put it as the cover of your reels. This is insane. This just changed the game, and constantly I'm trying to make these videos to educate you guys and not scare you guys, because a lot of you guys are stealing our jobs and things of that nature. But I really feel like if you are one of the early adopters and you learn how to use it, you learn how to navigate it, it physically can't take your job because you know how to work it.
Y'all want to see what my dad made, bro? Bro, my dad made this. When I sent him my picture of me, my dad made this shit of me, bro. Look. Hold on. This is my dad made. Yeah, he's crazy. My dad was like, howdy, partner. Welcome to Texas. All right, let me make sure this is good. I'm about to
So
export
if
it.
you're someone who's oblivious to the fact of this thing coming, it's nothing that you can do about it, you guys. Like, it's constantly teaching itself to get better and teaching itself to
Howdy, partner.
get better and better and better.
Nah, no cat there, no cat there, no cat there.
This is like an AI epidemic. All right, so we have to, as creatives, photographers, videographers, content.
I'm always gonna do that voice isolation. Turn that bit to like 15 and that bit chilling. We good. Press play. Of course I got a cowboy hat.
When it comes to really trying to make it look professional.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. Howdy, partner. Let's see.
For your viewers, for your followers, you can create a Reels oblivious to the fact. I add.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Am I tripping though? I'm not tripping. My recent YouTube video went stupid. Did you see it, D? Fam, the recent YouTube video went bonkers. Let me export this.
What do I want to add? Grass on floor. I don't know. I'm just literally just making up stuff. Grass
That
on
bit
floor.
went
See how good it does.
bonk skis, bro.
Like, I can do some crazy stuff with this. Grass on the floor. If I don't like that version, I can go ahead and make another version. And some of them, like, it's a early addition to the app, being that it is done through Instagram's processing using.
That one said, "I'm mustard and you're ketchup."
Meta AI.
Yeah.
So a lot of the pixels don't have the different types of my AI. What else you guys want to see? What else you guys want to know? Until next time, taxi.
Bet. All right, I'm gonna export this and I'm about to open your images. I got you, fam. All right, 4K. Instagram AI update. Save. Howdy, familiar. It's your boy Taxi PNG. We're back at it again with yet another one. So today, Patreon, we got a little ruckus in the community chat. So today we're gonna be editing one of you guys' photos. You guys submitted it. I kind of have this thing that I'm doing now, where I let you guys submit photos. I'm not telling y'all to do it right now though. Like I do. This is like a twice a month thing. This is not. I'm not doing everybody's. All right. When I got the time, I'll do it. But all right, I'm gonna be editing one of you guys' photos. This photo is from Trevon. So he submitted his 2 pictures for me to edit for him today. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into that and have a little bit of fun editing his images. So let's do it. I just downloaded them. Hold on, from the email. I'm about to go ahead and open them into Lightroom. Right click, open with Adobe Lightroom. All right. We in that bit. I'm talking about in it. And if you want to, then you gotta spend it. I ain't gonna lie, this is kind of tough because you guys will let, like, I get to see how, like, your photos, and you guys get to see how I would edit your photos. So that's kind of tough. All right. So for background, these images were taken. I thought I had a mic. Oh, I do got a mic right here. What's up, my G? I'm editing, you know what I'm saying? One of our members' photos on yeah, right now, type shit. This was shot on an R8 with an RF 28 to 70 millimeter STM lens. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. No, the 85 millimeter. Never mind. 85 millimeter f1.2 with the R8. So it was a Canon R8 that these images were shot on, and we're gonna be editing these Canon RAW photos as well. That's what I'm saying. Don't say the word actually. Don't add the word actually to my nigga Trayvon shit. All right. Don't say the word actually. All right. These are hard. Not actually, they're hard. Nah, but they're very tough. First thing I always do on any image, bro, is I go Shift A. Like on any image I ever touch, I just go Shift A. I'm gonna close this presets tab. I'm gonna go Shift A. Right? Let me see. Before, after. Okay, I kind of like how some of that vibrance popped out just then. first thing I do is Shift A. I see what Otto's talking about, and Otto did a pretty straight job. Her skin already looks pretty good. I kind of want to play around with it a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down to the color tab. I'm going to go down to the color orange right here and see the changes that it makes on her skin. All right, so I see all the oranges that are in the image. So let me zoom out so I can see all the oranges. Okay, this whole image is essentially orange, an orange base. So I'm going to go ahead and go into here, go a little bit up on that orange. I think this looks a little bit more flat. This looks a little bit more true to tone. I just feel like she's a little bit more tanner per se. And let's see, I'm gonna do 15. I'm gonna change this number to 15. So I'm gonna change it to 15. Hold on, 15. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a mask. I'm gonna do a subject mask. It was a background mask. I'm gonna do a background mask first. I'll do a subject mask second. Right, background mask. So I'm gonna do a subject mask. Just like so. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up on the highlights. I usually don't like going up on shadows on the subject because it starts to make them look ultra realistic or hyper, and it makes their hair gray. I don't like it. So I usually go up on highlights, and last resort I'll go down on anything like a, shadows or whatever. 5 exposure. Any doesn't really need any exposure. I think she's kind of. Oh, then again, that kind of just did something. No. I'm gonna leave it because I don't want to mess up the whites in her shirt. Okay, actually I'm gonna go up on the exposure for her overall. I'm gonna make another mask. I'm gonna go to person, and when I go to person, I'm gonna go to clothes, hit create, and I'm gonna go down on either the highlights or the exposure of her clothes. I feel like her whites are too bright. They're like kind of blown out a little bit. But that's like the thing about whites. Like when people are wearing white, it's kind of inevitable for you to blow out their whites in their shirts. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of inevitable for you to not do that. Took these downtown LA. Oh yeah, get right with my boy. All right, whites. 10. That's chill. So I'm gonna do. You want me to go full fledged? Cause I'm a full fledged type of guy. Like I'm about to fully edit this. All right, let me get right. All right, background layer. Background mask. Go up on the shadows. Down the exposure. That extra detail in that background. Before, after. Also, Patreon, he's also watching me edit this. LOL. Is there a difference between Lightroom Classic and Lightroom? Yes, bruh. I ain't gonna lie. Isn't that like the number one question I get asked? That's like the number one question I get asked every day. Like I get asked that question at that point, I just gotta make a YouTube video. I just gotta make a YouTube video so we can start sending people the link because I get asked that question every day. Like the difference between Lightroom and Lightroom Classic, Lightroom CC. I gotta make a video. I gotta just make a video, fam. Let me go ahead and let me write this down, bro. I need to make a video, bro. I need to make a video, bro. I need to make a video. I get asked this too much, like so much to where like I'm like, damn, that's the number one question I get asked, bro. All right, I'm writing it down, bro. Lightroom CC versus Lightroom Classic. I gotta make that video. The easiest way for me to answer it, because I get asked it so much, is personal preference. That's like the easiest way for me to say it, like personal preference. Like that's the easiest thing for me to say is, oh yeah, personal preference. All right, so you guys see how I upped that detail in that background? So basically what that did was I upped the shadows of the background, which made the details a lot more, right? Nah, bro, you're good. No one knows I get asked that question a lot. Like that's that number one question. I'm gonna go up on that clarity of the background, or I could also go up on the texture. It also makes that background, lets it stay blurry, but it makes it seem as if it's not overly blurry, if that makes sense. Because I don't even think you would notice. Hold on, let me see. Can you before, after, before? Hold on, wait, damn. Yeah, you can see it, but like I don't know if y'all can see it. You can definitely see clarity when clarity goes up though. Wait, what am I editing right now? Okay, this junk glitching. All right, texture. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Texture to that background. Add some texture to that background. Even though it's blurry, still adding texture just still makes it seem a little bit more sharper than it actually is. That's how you. These are sharpness hacks, guys. These are if your camera ever not as sharp as you think it is. These are some sharpness hacks right there. Just letting y'all know these are some hacks to make your camera look sharper than it is. Then go to the subject layer. Is this our clothing layer? No, that's our subject layer. And then sharpness, I'm gonna go up 10. Texture, I'm gonna go up 5. There we go. Before, after. I think it looks good. I could play around with the pinks on here, but I think that's chill. I think the colors are straight. Right click, edit this bad boy in Photoshop. And if you want some, you gotta spend it. Oh, we over here freezing and buffering. I need to get that M4. My laptop's freezing. I'm not touching nothing. I'm just letting it do what it do. I'm not touching nothing, man. I'm letting it do what it do. I'm letting it do what it do, man. I'm letting it do what it do. Bro, my dad's hilarious, brother. So we both some Texans. All right, there we go. Command JJ. I'm gonna hit C to crop for Instagram. You shot this shit in 16:9. You shot this in 16:9. Hold on, bro. I think you did, bro. Okay, no, you didn't. Okay, great, good. Because I was like, bro, wait a minute. I was like, ain't no way, bro, just shot this in 16:9. All right. Now, what you shot it in is straight. You're fine. You're fine what you shot it in. You're fine. All right, I'm finna head to the shower real quick. All right, we didn't ask D. We really didn't. We didn't ask that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and level it up with that background. You said one more? All right, bet. Hold on. I'm gonna go up, drag it down, and double click. D, you don't shoot at 16:9. If you shoot at 16:9, bro, I almost said something. Guys, what I say next is about D. Yeah, I'm just letting y'all know that it is not about anybody else. You suck, D. All right? Yeah, that's it. No one else though. It's D. I made a whole diss track about him, guys. Don't take it personal. All right? All right, and drag this bad boy over. Hit enter, Command D. Drag that bad boy over. Hit enter, Command D. There you go. Because it gives more of a story of the place. Like, it just makes the place look like, you know? Nah, you're rage baiting. When you said I shoot 16:9, I know you're rage baiting. I know you don't see no 16:9. I know you're rage baiting, bro. I do it naturally, you guys, to where it's natural, to where she won't even notice. I do it like that to where it's like she won't even notice. I try to edit it in a way to where your client don't notice, because obviously her pants not supposed to poke out like that. So obviously I'm gonna push that part in because it's her pants. Like, it's not supposed to poke out like that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that's like a duh. And then these are pockets, so those are fine. These are cargo pants. Cargo pants with the heels. Okay, she snapped with that one. I'm gonna fix this ground so that way you can't tell that I warped out the background. Make it look a little bit more like, you know, natural and things of that nature. Fix this, straighten this out, because obviously girls don't like when, like, you know, the panty line's able to be seen and stuff like that. So it's like it's a good practice to like stretch that out, or like at least smooth it over so it doesn't look like, you know, like that. There we go. I'm gonna do the same thing with the hair a little bit, arm a little bit, hair a little bit on the back of his head, like that. There we go. Just like so. And straighten that out straight. Command 0. Hit P. Before, after. Very slight adjustments, you guys. You don't have to do nothing too crazy. You don't have to go crazy, bro. Like, you can be, you know what I'm saying? You could be subtle with it. You know what I'm saying? So you emailed something else. Hold on, let me see. You could be real subtle with it. Download. Save. Bet. Where's it at? Right click. Open with the W Lightroom. All right. And now I'm gonna go ahead and fix this. I actually should have fixed that in Liquify too. Let me see. I didn't even see this in the pants, this little piece right here. That could have came down. All right, bet. Just like that. This was shot on a Canon, you guys. A Canon R8 by Trevon. I'm just editing it because he's in the community. If you want it, join up. Join the community. I do this once a week, gang. And I might do one person a week. I might not even do not even allow everybody to get it done. I might do it one person a week. That'd be kind of tough. All right, let's see. I don't know yet, though. I got to see how much time I really got. Hit OK, Command plus, and then go ahead and fix this part right here on her pants real quick, because obviously she doesn't want that to be shown. If she did, she would have wore shorts. There we go. Hopefully this does a good job. If it doesn't, we're going to go ahead and use the clone stamp tool. There we go. Yep, that's my magic eraser, bro. I love that little thing. The magic eraser always does it. This image looks clean, you know what I'm saying? Looks good. I feel like last thing really is just like kind of around the head for real. But I feel like that is chill too though. Let me see. Scroll down. Option. Pull up. Hop out at the after party. You and all your friends and you let it get naughty. Drinking on your hand. I said I like that Bacardi. I said I pull up. Hop out at the after party. You and all your friends and you let it get naughty. Drinking on your... Is it possible to do all these edits in Lightroom, or do you have to do Photoshop? No, it's possible to do it in Lightroom. Only thing you can't do in Photoshop is only thing that you can't do in Photoshop is liquify. That's it. But everything else is possible. Oh, that's low key. Like the only reason I really got Photoshop is because I do VFX. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always doing VFX and stuff. So that's the only reason why. That's the only reason why I do why I use Photoshop. But it's definitely possible to do everything in Lightroom. It's just not the liquify part, like the part where I'm smooth out her pants. That's like the only part that's not, you can't do. But I mean, as of right now, but you never know. They might update that bit. But everything else is possible for sure. Like even this right now, what I'm doing is possible in Lightroom. Do you only have Lightroom? If you only have Lightroom, I'll do the next one in Lightroom only. I'll do this next one in Lightroom only. You don't have to have Photoshop, but I got the Photoshop plan, so it's like low key cheaper. Not cheaper, but like I got I think only if you only get one, it's like $9.99. But I have Photoshop and Lightroom, and I think it's $10 a month. I mean $20 a month. So yeah, it's $19 a month. You trying to up your Lightroom game? All right, bet I got you. I got you, gang. Dog, trying to up that Lightroom game. I got you, gang. I heard you. I'm picking up what you putting down. All right, bet. Hit X. Hit save. It's gonna save this to what's the name? Showing TikTok love too. Yeah, always, man. Gots too. Cause I'm live on what's the name, so I gotta I'm trying to do both so I could talk to y'all at the same time. Whenever I'm doing stuff and I need to I'm trying to get a little bit of extra, I got extra time. I try to I try to do as much as I can for real. So basically, like you said before, it's a preference thing. I do everything in Lightroom Classic. I'm now dabbling in Photoshop for VFX and everything, and eventually the liquify thing. I would definitely say try Lightroom CC, because I had a member in the Discord use Lightroom CC, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, Taxi, you're so right." She was like, "I'm never going back." So that I'm not persuading nothing. I'm just saying that it might be, it was like she said that it was an easier workflow for her. I'm gonna go to choose editing settings to copy. Wait, hold on, let me see before, after. Wait, this is not the same image. But I was gonna, she was like, "Oh my gosh, Taxi, this is like a game changer." And I was like, okay, yeah, it is a game changer. So I don't know. But she was like, "You're so right. Like I really like using this thing." And I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people have been switching over. They've been switching over because of me. I haven't told them to, but I just use it, and this is what I make all my tutorials in. So a lot of my tutorials are not in Lightroom Classic. And would I force myself to use Lightroom Classic to help y'all out? I would. Do I want to do that? No. But would I? Yes. Lightroom CC is easier. Lightroom Classic is a lot more detailed. Lightroom CC is easier, but Lightroom Classic is a lot more detailed. All right. Well, did it paste or no? Did it paste? Am I tripping? Okay, is it pasting? Okay, it did paste. All right. So I just literally took the same as I said that I made from this one and pasted it onto this one, and I could just like configure as needed. So I can go up on the highlights back again. I can go to the subject layer, and I'm gonna go up on the highlights that subject layer more, and go up on the shadows. This time is when I would go up on the shadows a bit because she is a bit far. Go up on the exposure a bit more too, so that she can be seen. Backgrounds layer. I'm gonna go shadows up, down, just like so. I'm gonna hit C to crop. You told me you want me to do it only in Lightroom. I'm gonna do only Lightroom. I'm gonna go 4x5. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same as I think to crop it just like so. Give her some foot space, just like that. I'm gonna scale it down to hit through that face, just like so. Drag it over. It's a perfect crop right here. Make sure it's lined up with that building behind her. Double click. Now you got a new crop. Make sure that it looks good. If you want to, you can up the scale even more. I can go to I can go right here into which one am I looking for? Okay. Subject layer. I'm gonna go subject. I'm gonna go person. I'm gonna go face, skin, body, skin, create, and I'm gonna go up on the texture a bit, up on the sharpness a bit. Yep, and then I'm gonna go up on the highlights. There we go. Just a little bit. Back out. There we go. Go to the eraser tool. See, only thing about me is certain stuff would piss me off. Like I don't know, like me and shoulders don't get along. I would have to liquefy this shoulder, man. You know what I'm saying? Was out here shooting the flash like a gun. Nah, that's how I be. I hear you use CC for a minute, but switched over to Classic this year. Oh wait, I hear you. You switched over to Classic. Okay, only thing I don't like is it's only hard drive based. So if I'm out of town, I can't access. That's why I just use CC regardless. Like I use CC regardless, man. I use a handheld 8200. Yeah. Fam. Bro, y'all recently made me buy this shit that I don't like. So y'all made me buy this thing that I do not like, bro. I hate this thing, but I'm trying to make myself like it, bro. Like this little thing, I do not like this. Fam, I do not like this, bro. Like, I do not. It's $100 for no reason. This is $100, right? Right? This is 100. This is 100. This is 60, and you get all the attachments. This by itself is $16. This by itself is $16. This is $16. This is $16. $16. This right here. This is $10, 16, $26 to just buy this. This shit is $100. This shit is $100. Why? Because it does that. This does that. And it comes out softer too because the light is diffused. This is harsh light, so the light comes out of this, it's vomiting. It's blah, blah. Like it's like a big ass mouth. Like the light is just vomiting. But, okay, I gotta shut up because I used it today. And I'm trying to find a use case for it, right? The 8200, what's the focal length you use with the handheld method? Join the Discord. No, not Discord, YouTube. Come to YouTube right now so I can answer that same question. Go to YouTube so you can see like everything better. Like YouTube sees my entire room right now. YouTube got a big ass view. So Power Pack Media, Taxi PNG on YouTube. I didn't get finessed. I bought it for y'all ass. I didn't want it. I made a statement in the chat. I said, I do not want this thing, but do you guys want me to buy it to try and learn how to use it best for y'all? And what y'all say? Yes. I said, okay, cool. I'm going to try to use this shit. I hate it, but I got it for y'all ass. But I'm about to show y'all right now how I use that bit effectively. I'm gonna get back to editing your picture in a minute. I'm sorry, gang. I just had to. Somebody asked some shit in the chat about a handheld method, and I gotta prove something. So this is what I did today. Let me show y'all. This is what I did today. So I put I'm gonna just show y'all this real quick. So behind her chair, if you guys see, hold on, wait. So I set it behind her chair. And it made these damn images come out amazing, gang. Look, hold on, wait. Look, wait. Wait, damn, can I pick it up? All right, here we go.
Definitely heavy on the cold though.
Watch this real quick.
Heavy on the cold. All right, make sure that the audio is working, and then we're gonna go ahead and hop right into it.
She was trying to copyright me. Can you put music on? Trying to copyright me.
Well, I mean, if it's a TV, you can low-key, he had that Roku, probably YouTube, and play some ambient, something in the background.
Look, watch.
Check it. I said some type of like ambient music. Oh, he's at it playing right now?
Hell yeah. I'm shooting. Yeah. Y'all get that cinema grade.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I just dropped a video on Patreon with me shooting full log. It's an hour and 30-minute long shoot. I edited it and everything last night. I stayed up late as hell. I stayed up overly late.
You gotta find it.
Hold on, bro. Can I hurry up and get to that point? Hold on. I'm sorry. She wanted to play music, so I had to figure out how to play music. I'm trying to show y'all what I use. Okay, here we go.
All right, let me see.
There we go. Look. This is the story. This is what I was talking about. Oh my gosh, I'm still not talking. Wait, hold on. This is raw. This is real raw unfiltered, guys. Hold on. A client's trying to book me too.
All right, let me turn this on, and I'll put this flash against her background. It's gonna be the back flash. So I'm gonna put this on channel B, and then my AD400 right here is gonna be on channel A.
Oh my gosh. A client's texting me right now. I just said, oh, hello, wait, I'm sorry. All right, let me hurry up.
Do I have to press anything?
Wait. Oh, sheesh. All right, go back to it. Okay, so look, y'all can see I put the flash behind her. I'm trying to show y'all proof of me doing it though. Like, I don't like just saying that what I'm doing and then I don't show y'all that I did it. So look, hold on. Okay, look, yeah, see it. This is what I used today. This was this morning. This was this morning.
And I'll put this flash against her background. It's gonna be the back flash. So I'm gonna put this on channel B, and then my AD400.
This is on channel B. Then I had an 8400 with a grid, overly hard, and I overly cooked. Look.
Right here is gonna be on channel A. It is currently 8:54, which is good. We got time.
I'm about to show you. Just D. Don't make me play your diss track. Be quiet right now. I will play your diss track immediately. Be quiet.
So I'm gonna play around with some of this backlighting. Low key, I might put this flash behind her chair.
Watch where I placed it. Watch where I placed it. Y'all see where I placed it, right? Y'all see where I placed it, right? All right. Watch where I placed it. Watch where I placed it.
You can't see it and have that light the background. If you guys kind of like see what I just did there, and probably kind of have that light that background of her, and then have this light over here lighting her from the side.
Yeah, with that grid on that bitch. With that grid on that bitch. Look. Watch me cook though.
Should be straight.
All right, and then I set her down.
I'm excited. I love this. All right, we'll have some fun. We can do a boom boom or a boomerang.
And then I set her down. That music was loud, bro. I'm getting copyrighted.
This is today's studio, y'all. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep talking so I don't get copyrighted.
You know the vibes. And we have the lovely, okay, yeah. We got a 2-light setup right here, my 8200. I got another light right here in the back that you guys can't see, aiming off to the back of that wall. And then I have a grid on here with a 12-inch beauty dish. Yeah.
And look at these pictures. All right, boom. I'm gonna show y'all. I took them. Bam, bam. She loved it. Boom, boom, boom. Her interaction was like, oh my gosh, I love those, Taxi. Right? Blah, blah, blah. But look at these pictures, gang. Look, I'm gonna show y'all from the beginning, raw and all. What do you mean? I use this shit. Whatever this is called. Whatever this is called. I've been trying to force myself. I've been trying to force myself to like this thing. Whatever, is this called a fair shell? Don't even know. So I use this. I'm trying to force myself to like it. I use this for that. You see it? Everybody here, everybody active. Y'all better skip forward. Make sure y'all are active. Y'all see it? I use this. Oh shit. I use this for it. Okay? I use this right here. Right? And look. How these bids came out. Look at this though. Wait though. I'm showing y'all the raws. Real raw unfiltered. Wait. Watch them get cooked up though. Watch them get cooked up though. Watch them cook though. Watch them cook though. I'm getting the settings right. Watch me cook though. Hold on. I'm getting my lighting. I'm changing my ISO, changing my flash power a little bit. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. I had to do both. I'm like, okay, let me do something without light. I had to compensate. What I did was I turned the flashes off. I took my trigger off the camera and I exposed for the background. And guess what I did? After I exposed to that background, I put my trigger back on and magic. I took my trigger off, exposed for the background, put my trigger back on, turned the flashes back on, and money. 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 Every shot after that, money. 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 Do you see the light, how it's coming, how it's casting? The light bounces off of the back of the wall, and it comes right under her chair. It creates that second light. Like, where's that source of light coming from? Money. I was like, bro, there has to be a way that I can use this flash that I actually won't be mad. All right? Yeah, D, go get ready for work, bro. Money, 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 money. Every single time I click this button, money. So it took me all this to, it took me about 20 photos to get right. Then I was like, oh, let me go back to the basics. I tried to go right into it. I tried to go into it without exposing my background. This is me not exposing for my background. I tried to just, think I knew what I was doing. Hell no. I had to go back to the basics. Took that trigger off, turned them flashes off. Bam. Money. Money, money. Right? And then boom, turn that flash back on. Everything after that hit. I understood it now. I understood it now. Do you see these? TikTok, we live on YouTube right now. I understood it now. All right, I'm done. All right, I'm back. I'm going back to editing. I'm just saying, money. I did the same thing here again. She's like, oh my God, it's like a reverse spotlight. I said, you know what? You're right. It is exactly like a reverse spotlight. Like, where's that light source coming from? The world will never know. Then I took my grid off here to show you the difference between the grid on, grid off, grid on, grid off. So took all my grid off for the rest of these. Then I put my grid back on for these right here. And I got that flash down there on the floor. You can see it. It's right there on the floor. You can literally see it right there on the floor, peeking through her leg. Money. Come on. That's all y'all get for right now. Money. I'm just saying, man. All right, back to editing my dog photos. So the AI edit has its own little thing, like where you so when you're using the eraser tool, if you just click, it will automatically start doing the removing, like the AI removing. But if you drag or draw, it kind of does a whole bunch of other stuff that you gotta have to try to compensate for. So if you just do a quick little click, it'll remove whatever's inside of that circle. But if you did a draw, it's gonna be a problem. See what I'm saying? Now you gotta now you have to choose how big do you want to remove, how much do you want to remove, do you want to not remove, stuff like that. So I just I just be trying to do little clicks here and there. That'd be the easiest way to get it going. Take some time because you gotta wait for every single time it goes. But I mean, to me it'd be worth it. Maybe I'm trying to see because using this tool on here, but you can still use the same type of tool that you would use on Lightroom to still be able to there we go. And you can move this stuff around. So but with this one you got to get a lot more surgical, so you'll be a lot smaller. So I'm gonna go back and then you will go a lot smaller, so you would zoom in more. And oh shit, what happened? Okay, if you use command bracket, it flips the orientation. So I'm gonna show y'all. I do command bracket, the brackets are the things on the right side of the letter P. It'll flip it. So that's an automatic thing to do, just in case you didn't know that. So I did I just flipped it on accident. Right, boom, cool. So I feel like now the thing that we got to really worry about is try to do this inside of Lightroom, because you could use these. But I be liking to use this tool because I don't know, this tool be being my friend sometimes. It don't never know what it's supposed to do, because obviously it doesn't look right. So you got to kind of move it somewhere where it kind of would fit or look right, and you could change the feather on it. If your feather's not feathered enough, you can change the feather on it. Wait, damn, where's the feather at? There we go. feather on it and the opacity to try and make it blend better. I also selected a big ass sample size. My sample size was actually pretty huge. I shouldn't have selected that much of a sample size. But yeah, so that's a lot better. And then also with the image being far back, if you zoom out, you're not going to notice it anyways. So like taking out flyaways here really don't matter. You really got to just kind of focus on that forehead. I ain't gonna lie, doing this in Lightroom is kind of a little aggravating. Because trying to recreate this on her head in Lightroom, you can do it, but it's like, damn. Hold on. I might have to use AI a lot. Hold on, let me see. Let's see what AI does. Because I feel like AI is gonna do it incorrectly. Yeah, see, AI just did some shit that it ain't had no business doing. Because who told you to change the entire, you see what I'm saying? The entire eyebrow just got changed. So, when it comes to a Lightroom editor, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that you need to just get right in camera. If I'm being honest, like this stuff that you gotta just kind of think about. So if you only use Lightroom, you gotta think twice as hard as a photographer that uses Photoshop, because if you're only using Lightroom, like you are limited to like the stuff that you can like fix essentially. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't necessarily fix everything that somebody who's using, you know, Photoshop could fix. Because like even with this right here, this whole like this big part right here, trying to remove this or replace this with another piece that's not there is going to be very difficult in only Lightroom. So like her having this all in her face, I know exactly how to do this in Photoshop, but doing this in Lightroom is like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So like trying to get it to where it's not as noticeable from far away is definitely going to be a problem. Because now you don't have anywhere to select. Like you don't have anywhere to put. Oh, well, hold on, wait, AI. Hell nah. I was about to say, wait a minute. Hold on, I'm about to say, wait a minute. Because maybe her chest can't be her forehead. None of her other parts of her neck can be her forehead. Yeah, so it's like, it's one of them things, where it's just like, you shit. Oh, hold on, I thought I did something right there. Maybe if I do the AI. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. See, Lightroom and hair, oh my goodness, bro. Like when it comes to hair and Lightroom, those are my biggest pet peeves. Well, not even just Lightroom. When it comes to hair, my biggest pet peeves, because removing hair is like one of the most aggravating things ever. Like I put that on my like, okay, ash. Okay, ash comes first. I ain't gonna lie. I hate removing an ashy person's ash. Ash and then hair. Ash is first. Ash is on my policy agreement. When you book with me, it's on my policy agreement to not come ashy. So that's like number one on my policy agreement. To not come ashy. It's like, hey bro, you come ashy, you gotta understand like what's really, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand the consequences of your actions. You come ashy, you need to already know, you know, that I can't edit that out. Is what I put on there. I'm like, hey, I can't edit ash. You know what I'm saying? I can edit a lot of stuff. I can do a lot of different things. But ash is not one of them things. Damn, they did not do a pretty good job. It did a pretty okay job. That's actually not bad. I could deal with that one. All right. This is all Lightroom, by the way. You said no way. Is it really? Yeah, it is. Literally, it's all. My policy agreement literally says it. Like, and my clients will laugh about it. Cause every time they come, like they'll come to the shoot and they'll be like, oh, I made sure to bring lotion. I made sure to bring oil because I read your policy. And I was like, good. It's like, because we is not. She started laughing. It's like, yeah, because I know you can't edit out ash. They started laughing. I'm dead serious. I cannot edit out ash. Imagine a elbow that look like a rhino's knuckle, right? Your elbow like a rhino's knuckle, you know, things of that nature. It's okay. It happens. It's dry, right? That skin texture of your elbow and the skin texture of your elbow and the texture of your actual arm are totally different. I can't create what's not there. Like I'm not going to draw you a new elbow. You know what I'm saying? And imagine if you got a big ass piece of ash on your leg. This color of your skin is this color of your skin is that. I got to draw over the ash. Why would I, you know what I'm saying, do all of that and it take me 30 extra minutes per photo to get that ash out? You know what I'm saying? I can, but do I want to? Hell no. Because it's so easy for you to put some lotion on. You know what I'm saying? Come lotioned up. Come lotioned up. Why you came to the shoot with no lotion? You came to the shoot with no lotion on? By the way, using AI in Lightroom does use your credits. By the way, using AI in Lightroom does use your credits. The same way how it uses your credits in Photoshop. All right, and then that's basically it for this image for real. I mean, if I want to put my pizzazz on it, I'm gonna open that bit in Photoshop real quick. I'm gonna open that bit in Photoshop. Open that bit in Photoshop. I'm gonna do it real quick to watch. Boom. Command J, Shift A, bow, enter. Cause I already did most of the work already in Lightroom room. Let me see. Bam. Bow. I be on Photoshop sounding like I'm writing an essay. I be on Photoshop, it sound like I'm writing an essay, man. Sound like I'm writing a whole essay. Bow, bow. If anybody uses Lookify, bro, steal my settings, bro, because you be making people look fake. So go ahead, steal my settings. And I don't need y'all making people out here look fake or nothing like that. I need y'all to make them look natural. You know what I'm saying? Like natural slimness, natural things of that nature. Whatever they want done. You know what I'm saying? Please your client, but I need you to make the people look natural. All right? You need to stop making people look orange and stop making them look like they have like a physical BBL. All right? Stop trying to make them seem like they got, you know, like a tummy tuck. You do too much. You can make them like they have a tummy tuck, but like a skinny tummy tuck. You know, like a skinny BBL or like a skinny thing. You know what I'm saying? Like don't snatch them crazy to where it's like, yeah, definitely not her. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're going to relive the catfish era. We don't want to relive the catfish era. We want to let the catfish era die. Let the catfish era go where it's at. But it's about to get even worse because AI is here. So a lot of people are about to start replacing y'all. But if y'all can give them an experience, you can sell the experience as a photographer, you will never run out of business. Because AI cannot give you a lived experience. Even if they had robots to replace photographers physically, like come to your wedding and take your photos, you still would not want that to happen because you want to experience someone. You want a person to tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? You want your things to look great. People who are on a budget will probably choose AI because AI is going to be cheaper than, you know, a real person that has experience, that has skin in the game, that has years on this machine. Bam. X. Save. That image is done. Now we're on to here. I'm gonna go Shift A. See what that auto time out. Boom. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go select the subject because I already see what I'm gonna have to edit. I'm gonna do subject selection because I kind of like her skin being like that, but at the same time I don't. But this is just like how I would edit these. All right, that's what we're going based off of. How would I edit these photos? Cool. Shadows going up. Let me see where everything is at so I can see what I can see. All right, cool. Back down. Highlights up. See what I can see. All right, back down. I'm going to go another mask. I'm going to do subject, and I'm going to do skin. I'm going to do face, skin, body, skin. Hit OK. Go up on highlights a little bit. I'm going to go like 2. Is that noticeable? Yeah. Background. Shadows. Exposure. This is, bro. Once again, I'm letting y'all know this is what I would do. This is not me telling y'all what to do. This is what I would do. All right. Back to the subject mask. Go down on saturation. $15 is chill. But what I would do is go to the background. Where's the background mask? Go background mask. I'm gonna go to grain. Texture go up, clarity go up a bit. I'm gonna go sharpness up a bit, but I'm gonna go grain. Where's grain at? Where my grain at? Grain. I'm boosting that bit. Let me see how it looks. This is the only thing I don't want to have grain in it. Is this? That's the only thing I wouldn't want grain with. All right, let me see. So I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna go to plus. I'm gonna go to objects. Nope. I'm gonna go to plus. I'm gonna go to brush. And select this window. There we go. All right, click minus. Go up on the grain for just the windows. Can I see it? There we go. I'm going to make it small size, up on the grain amount, go down the roughness. Yeah, there we go. So it kind of adds like that, like a smoothing to the background. See, before, after, make 0. I'm gonna go down on the shadows so it really gives night light. There we go. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna go up on the highlights. Go back to the subject mask. Exposure a bit. There we go. Top layer. This looks like a nice like film-esque shot. I just feel like there's no like this is a horizontal image, is cool, but if she wants to post this, you can't really post this. I think this is one of my favorite photos that I took from the shoot. Yeah, this one has the most story to it, for real. This one, right, I feel like if you want to make this vertical, like from that you would have to cut off the part that doesn't really matter the most, because I feel like this window has significant meaning. This leaf doesn't really have meaning, but it does at the same time, but the entire leaf doesn't. So you don't need the entire leaf there for it to still have a story. So like I feel like cutting out some of that leaf and still letting it have a story is a bit too, because it shows like, okay, she's here alone, she's kind of looking off in the guidance. This is crazy. This right here still adds her on she's on one of the rule of thirds, so it still tells a story. You don't need to see her hand and know her hand's there. Double click. I think this is chill. I think this is chill right here. Let me see. Zoom out. I think this is chill right here. Oh, I think this is chill right here. Oh, I like this a lot right here. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good right here. This grain doesn't actually look like this, by the way, you guys. This is literally like it trying to like it's trying to because when I zoom out, it's fine, but then I zoom in, it's like, oh, hey, hi, I'm here. Just letting you know, it doesn't actually gonna look like that. And then oh, I can do so much stuff. Hold on. That's how I would edit that in Lightroom. All right. Then I'll remove the hair and the neck wrinkles. Yes, that's what I would do. Right. Yes, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. All right. That's what I would do. But if I were to, you know, if I were to have it like this, and I were to, you know, if I were to use Photoshop, what I would do is this. Hold on. If I were to use Photoshop, Command JJC. See. Have her hand in there, have her on one of those rule of thirds. Bring that bad boy down, or her hands out of there. Double click. Command 0 minus. Drag this here. T. Make sure this is unlocked right here. I'll drag this up a little bit. Enter Command D. And I would take this. What the fuck? And I would take it so. And if we'll be talking up. Command T, right click, warp. Okay, I grouped them and then I merged them together. That's what I just did. Yeah, you definitely did a good. You definitely did a good job with this. Okay, I selected a sample from there so I could match it up to get the exact like where the thing is. So I just matched it up. So I took the sample size from right here and then I just matched it up with up there so that way it's the exact same. So that way everything just blends in well. Make sure everything is pretty straight. There we go. And that grain's kind of helping too. And then as far as this goes, I could just use this to go through there, and I could change my opacity down more too to blur these lines. What's up, TikTok? I'm live on YouTube if y'all want to, like, you know what I'm saying, see what I'm doing. I'm currently doing something I don't got no business doing. I'm supposed to be editing client stuff, and I'm doing a challenge with my community. I love my peeps though, man. Right here is a problem too. Hold option. Oh, FedEx outside. I think. Oh, the package here. FedEx outside. Yeah, y'all shirts just got here, bruh. I think y'all shirts just got here. Oh, I think the shirts just got here. Going up. Yeah, y'all shirts just got here. Yeah, I think so. Wait, is that the shirts? I don't know. I actually don't know what that is in his hand. It might be a package from one of these companies, though. Hold option. Match it up right there. There we go. What's up, Marty? Moody. I think the package just got here, bro. Because the way he just stopped at the door, I don't know if he went to the door or what, but. Yo, what's up, gang? I'm live on YouTube if you want to see what I'm doing. If you're like, oh my God, you're editing, but what are you editing, gang? I'm on YouTube. I'm doing that bit on YouTube right now. For the peeps on the tube skis. There we go. Blend that in. Blend that in. There we go. Yeah, blend that all in. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Command 0. Now it's like, whoa, it never even happened. What? This is so what? This is so cool. How did you even what? Yeah, option. Blend it in even more. You don't like how I look? Blend it in even more. If you say, oh my God, why is that here? Shit, blend it in even more. Let's take it away. Just watched your video about 8200 flash. Wait, which one? The YouTube video or the TikTok? Talking about the TikTok video? Oh, the YouTube video about the 8200, right? I'm pretty sure that's what you're talking about, right, bro? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna hit C. I could leave her hand like that, but I could also like cut a little bit of her hand off to tell more of a story. I fear I just cooked. And then they got everything in the back looking grain, but she's high quality. I love doing that little effect, like making the background have some grain in it, like a little bit, like to get that filmic. But then it's like she's like high quality, because then it's like, whoa, wait, like is his camera ass or is it not ass? You know, like how did it come out looking good? It came out hot me a dolphin. Would you prefer between the V1 and 8200? 8200. I'm not even gonna answer. That's what. The V1 is 67 watts of power. Not even a solid number. It's 67 watts of power. It's not 70, it's not 80, it's not 60. It's 67 watts of power. That's an odd number. AD200 all day. AD200 all day, gang. I'm about to go check the mail, bro. I think that I'm about to go check the front door. I think they just dropped something, a package off. Hit OK. 8200 all day, bro. If it's between them two, it's 8200 all day. All day skis. I got a client trying to lock in a birthday session today. You're welcome, bro. 8200 all day, bro. I got one right here. I was just doing a tutorial, like showing them how I used it today. LOL. I literally just showed them how I use it today. Real raw unfiltered. I was just showing them how I used it on location for my client today. A lot of the clients don't like when their hair is like looking thin, or like when it doesn't have, you know, fullness. So I try to like close all the gaps, because I've noticed that a lot. They be like, you know, my hair looks thin, or, you know, this or that, or this or that. Like, so I try my hardest to take away those problems that they feel like they would have. Well, this same thing, you can do that same tool I was using before earlier in Lightroom. You can use the same exact tool. Right here. Oh, sheesh, hold on. There we go. You looking like you're Command 0. Bow. And this image is basically done for real. Maybe a little bit of spot healing. Some little stuff. Some little things here and there of the nature. Yeah, there we go. Bow. If you really wanted to, you could remove this part too, for real. To like make it look a little bit more like lighthearted. Just make sure your opacity is a good opacity before doing it, so it doesn't look, so she don't look like, you know, dead. But yeah. Export. Oh, hold on, wait. Last thing I got right here, I think. Save. Hold shift on all these. Right click. Custom. BG. And yeah, there we go. That's how we did it. Moving on to the next task. And we mixing these potions. All right, let me see that real quick. My heart collect coffins. My heart da. As you can see, being that it's 2,000 pixels by 2,000 pixels, you can zoom in and the quality remains quality. What? All right, let me see that real quick. Just wondering, but how come you saved PNG? Because that's my name. Duh. Nah, PNG is higher quality than a JPEG. PNG is like way higher quality than a JPEG, but I save as PNG when clients are looking to print. I don't usually save as PNG all the time. I usually save as PNG regularly. But if a client is looking to print or something, or like I want to like, you know, flex my quality, then I'll do that. If I want to flex my quality or something, then I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm trying to flex my quality, then I would definitely do that. All right, let's see. All right, let's lock in. I got some more to do to get out of the way. I need to select some. I got some clients I gotta do his, then I have to do hers, and then I have to. I gotta send my one client her photos right now. Let me send her photos, and then we can get into it. I'm gonna keep going though.
My foot feels like a dead weight. My head is spinning from the pain meds and I'm wide awake. Forgive my venting, but what's the purpose of social media if I won't bring this to you? No real image. Feels good to vent, let it out, to feel as if this was the worst thing ever. Because after all the venting, the real perspective sets in. There are far greater issues and challenges in the world than a torn Achilles. Stop feeling sorry for yourself, find the silver lining and get to work with the same belief, same drive and same conviction as ever. One day, the beginning of a new career journey will commence. Today is not that day. If you see me in a fight with a bear, pray for the bear. I've always loved that quote. That's Mamba mentality. We don't quit, we don't cower, we don't run, we endure and conquer. I know it's a long post, but I'm Facebook venting, lol. Maybe now I can actually get some sleep and be excited for surgery tomorrow. First step of a new challenge. Thank you for all your prayers and support. Much love always. Mamba out. Kobe Bryant, 13th of April, 2013.
Yeah, and I bet, again, he's a great example. He wasn't walking around arrogant thinking, hey, I'm so good that I don't need to practice. No, he was the opposite, practicing more than anybody else. And that way, again, going into the game, give me the ball. You know, give me the ball. It's
my Instagram? Nah, it's not all PNG. Majority of everything on my Instagram is JPEG too. It's just a high quality JPEG file because there's different types of JPEGs. There's JPEG fine, JPEG compressed, JPEG small, JPEG large. There's different types of JPEG. So when you export as JPG large at 100% quality. So if when I export this, I would go here. I would go to JPG large, full size, full quality. So it'd be full size, 100% quality. And you see how as you go down, it goes 90% quality, and just quality just gets worse. But yeah, they can do a large JPEG. Lit Morocco. I appreciate your work, bro. Follow me from most depth. Make sure in the Discord is free too, by the way. But make sure in the Discord is free, bro. It's free and it's fun.
If you're still on the fence, that product will last you
literally
the lifetime guarantee. So this is the final backpack that you'll ever need to buy, and you can return or exchange any product within 30 days for any reason.
All right, so I got this shoot that my client wants to do. So I'm about to edit this one with presets again because he said that he wants these the exact same as the last one that we did because he booked me multiple times. So we also did these right here, and he wants them in that this same exact style that I did from last time. So I'm gonna, let me see, before, after, I'm gonna go ahead and go, I have a preset on this already, like literally, it's my presets are right here. So I think the preset that I used on this one was the Nightlife, Taxi PNG Nightlife preset, and I used the Night Cinema. Yeah, it was Night Cinema. So I'm gonna literally just copy the exact same one that I used because it's from Night Cinema. I'm gonna go choose that inside as a copy, and I can go masking, and then I can go copy, and then I could just paste it over there. Or I could still just, you know, do it regularly too, but I can go Command V to paste. I'm gonna paste everything there.
All the what ifs and the scenarios that you create inside your own mind that are way worse than anything that is actually going to happen.
Just like so. Zoom in.
When you go. So
go up on the exposure.
Just take action.
Just like so. And then up on the highlights. Go to subject layer.
That can last a million years is waiting to go. And I found
and up on shadow.
Where I'm like, oh yeah, I know what that is, and I'm going, and then that's it. And once you go,
there we go. So I'm gonna duplicate this because I know he wants the 2 versions. So that's gonna be that one. Then I'm gonna do another version of that same edit, and I'm gonna use a different preset. So I'm gonna use the I think it's night green, or is it white green? I think it's white green, but it's night green. So I'm gonna use night green, and I'm gonna go back up in the exposure.
get out of the vehicle,
and then go subject,
all those things go away. Yep. And you're doing the thing.
and go up on the
You're not
highlights.
worried about it anymore. And so it's just go. That's the answer.
So action is an antidote to anxiety.
Man, action's an antidote to all kinds of problems.
Duplicate.
You know, I was
Because he wants the 2 versions of each image, and that's
I
fine.
was up at,
So I'm gonna
Big
do,
Sky, Montana, and they've got this,
go to the preset,
challenging
go to
trail,
night green.
and I was at the top of it.
And with presets, guys, main thing you gotta really do, especially with my presets, is you gotta go up on the exposure, bro. Like, just go up on the exposure of the shadows, and that shit's pretty much golden. And you can just change very small things. Like, I can go in here, go to subject layer, and I can go down on the subject. It's like, saturation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or up on the highlights of the subject, up on the shadows of the subject. And I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna do subject person, and then I emailed them to you already. And then I went to facial skin, body skin, and I hit create. I emailed them to you, fam.
It doesn't feel that crazy. Well, then you're gonna fast stroke, which is a little bit of a step up, and then you're gonna you're gonna repel off.
Yeah, I just checked it. I emailed them to you.
And then you're gonna repel out of a helicopter. Then you're gonna fast rope out of a tower, and then you're gonna fast rope out of a helicopter.
And
then you're
then
gonna parachute, and then you're
I
gonna
hit it
parachute, and all those things
like that.
are all things
There we
that
go.
you can be afraid of. Even going back
And
to
this is
like
the face
Bob's
skin.
horse
I can go up on the highlights
I
of
think
just
the
his
tallest
face, up on the
obstacle
shadows of
Bob's
just his
horse might
face.
be
And then I can go down in the saturation of just his face also. So now I created this new one that I can use and post over. Hey, yo, cowboy, what's up, G? Howdy, partner.
You have to climb up the cargo net.
Howdy,
You have to go
partner.
over the top of it, and then climb back down the other side.
Howdy,
Even
partner.
that, if
Who just joined the Discord? You're lit. Whoever just joined the Discord, you're
or
tough.
scared, you're gonna
You know what I'm
get
saying?
stuck.
You're tough. I should have it pinned up top for you to join.
Climb over the top of it. Not a lot, but there's occasionally guys that
But you should definitely have, you should have gotten it for sure. I emailed it to you though. Yeah, I just saw you join the Discord. I saw the whatever it's called, the notification. I need to text my client, check on her, bro,
I probably
because
just experienced it enough and was
I'm supposed to be meeting her.
cognizant enough to recognize that at some point, oh yeah, this feeling of caution and fear and all that stuff in the back of my head. Yeah, I just need to get rid of all that and just go.
Seems to go away.
Bro,
Yeah, it does go away.
my client said, "Are you kidding? I'm truly laughing out loud at how fast you are." I'm telling you, bro. Like,
Stuff. Going out on stage is one of those, 3,500 people in London. This big event that we've been building up to for 6 months.
She said, "Oh my God, you're so fast." Yeah.
3 favorite bits of it.
Especially when they're a client that's not like a problem client.
And then
Like, you know what I'm saying? When they're not a problem client.
1 minute before I go on, it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
And it's
Gotta love 'em.
In the Humvee driving to the target with the people thinking about the things.
All right, let me get
when
right.
You see greyhounds in the traps.
I'm making a post
or
real
they
quick, y'all. I got
get
y'all. I'm coming.
set off, it's the exact same.
I'm trying to make a post. I'm screenshotting what
It's
she
really,
just said so I
really
can post it.
The fact that
Real Raw Unfiltered.
the fear of the thing is only present when the thing hasn't started.
I wrote a kid's book called Mikey and the Dragons, and the story is, spoiler alert, the kid, his dad is the king, his dad dies, the kid now has to defend the village from the dragons. And, he's scared because he's only a little kid and he can't pick up the sword and he can't pick up the shield, it's too heavy. But he's the kid, he's the son of the king, he's the prince, he's got to go fight the dragons. And he gets a note from his dad that says, hey, stand up, go.
All right, I
attack
posted
the
it.
dragons. You'll see that there's nothing to be afraid of.
Real
He's
raw
up there,
reviews,
entered the
man.
dragon cave, and guess what? The
Real
dragons
raw
are behind
reviews,
the
bro.
dragons.
My clients
But his fear
love me, man.
is the same fear that we all build up for whatever that thing is, whether it's going on stage, or whether it's jumping out of an airplane, or whether it's taking risk with some kind of a business situation. Well, the more you sit there and think about it, the worse it's going to get in your own head.
So good. I wonder how much of it as well is fear of the unknown versus fear of the thing. It's like the story that I've told myself. It's the fact that there's uncertainty on the other side of this, and that I like control. That fear is.
What the fuck am I to pray? How the fuck you live like that? What's up, D? It's me. I was wondering if after all the years you'd like for me to go over. All right. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna go to Night Cinema. I have free presets too, by the way. Some of these are free.
My Twitter bio for ages. To quote from Naval, he says, "I locally reverse entropy." I fucking love that idea. You've got this this entire universe. Entropy, this force that is going to destroy everything. The only thing that is not going to survive
let me.
or that is going to survive entropy, right? This permanent
I'm
decline
gonna copy this one. I'm gonna choose editing settings to
all
copy,
the way down. And you think, yeah, briefly, for my time on this planet,
mask,
for many decades,
copy, and then paste it on this one.
locally reverse entropy. The fucking entire power of the universe.
And then I could just do that for all the ones that I want to be the same. So I'm gonna duplicate.
I really love that.
I'm gonna try to like duplicate all of these. Hold on, let me
Cosmic middle finger.
duplicate.
it's just
Can I
that
duplicate? Yeah, duplicate 3 photos.
You can control a lot
There
more
we
than you
go.
think.
And then I can paste it.
The world is happening, and if
to
you let
3
the world
photos
happen to
too.
you, it's gonna happen to you. But if you want to,
Hopefully it pastes it to all of them. Nah, it's not. It's gonna paste to just this one.
Does being in firefights and driving in Humvees up to scary missions, does that make everything else seem less fear-inducing? I'm trying to work out how much.
And then just
carryover
edit
you
each
get
one.
from a career of doing what you do.
Oh, I'm gonna do that. Hold on, let
Is
me
it
go
permanently
up on the
socially
shadows.
set?
I'm gonna take a. I'm gonna go to take a linear gradient.
It kind of is.
Make a mask.
Like,
Linear
what is
gradient.
The worst case scenario that's gonna happen. And
Draw from here down,
when the fear
cause that wall.
I
And then I
had
can go up on the shadow or down the shadows,
which was
up on the highlights,
a
down the highlights,
deep,
under the down the highlights, so I can get some detail in that wall. You see that wall? Detail in that
one
wall
you
from that
feel
linear
in your
gradient.
stomach knots is you fear that one
Even if you want
person
to, you can go up on saturation more to make it more vibrant
And,
too.
you know, fear of
Here is gonna be the opposite, so I'm gonna be doing the
the
cinema edit. So I think it'll be the cinema one, yeah. So I'm gonna go this one, choose editing settings to copy, hit masking, hit copy, and then I'm gonna do it on the opposite other ones. Oh shit, hold on.
I'm okay with taking
Command
that
V.
responsibility for myself, but putting that responsibility on your friends is not something that feels good. And so
Command
that
V,
gut wrenching, horrible feeling
Command V.
is not something that I don't think you're gonna experience that in a normal job, and even with businesses. I've had things go wrong in my businesses. We've had made mistakes that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I've had my team saying, like, reporting to me and telling me about this negative thing that happened, and I could see, because I got great people, that they're really disappointed and they really
Like that.
feel terrible. But I'm like, hey, no one's gonna die, and we're gonna recover from this, and everything's gonna be cool. Like, it's all right.
Rogan's got this insight. The worst thing that's ever happened to you is the worst thing that's ever happened to you.
Absolutely true.
And if the worst thing that's ever happened to you is a fucking firefight in Fallujah,
This is tough.
or if the worst thing that's ever happened to you is accidentally spending 10 grand on the wrong business credit card, both of those that you don't get, there's no Uber surcharge discount.
I'm trying to think, cause his
Or
jacket
the worst
is
thing that ever
not
happened
that
to you
color.
is
His
that
jacket's more so gray, so I'm like trying to.
And so where I really learned that was with kids, because
Excuse me.
as kids are in 6th
Gonna
grade,
close it. Okay.
and someone,
Maybe I'll go up on the vibrance.
throws a
Yeah, so it has that
orange
purple.
at them, and everyone laughs at them. That is horrible for that kid. And when the kid comes home and they're crying and they say, and you go, what happened? They do that. I got hit in the head and they called me orange head. And you go, oh, yeah, don't worry about it. It's funny. That doesn't work. Like, you have to learn to understand.
Deal with them as if they've just been in a firefight.
Exactly. And you can help them get through it. You can help them because it helps. It will help them when they see that perspective as well. Just like when I was talking to my team, it's like, oh, we had this horrible thing happen. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to the team collectively. Okay. Me sharing the perspective of like, hey guys, no one's dead. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna, no one's getting their bonus this quarter, but okay, me included. But that's all right. We're gonna get through this, and we're gonna grow, and we learn from it, and we're gonna carry on.
Bro,
So
masking is probably the
perspective
number
on it,
one
you
like,
can't just say, oh, your
bro,
problem
like
isn't your
slept
problem.
on thing
You
that
can't say
nigga people just don't teach you.
Yeah, denying.
That's why I be trying
the
to
way
get out
that
of
you feel is
game, bro.
valid
Like, look at the detail coming back into that.
is not a constructive way.
It's not gonna work out well. It's not gonna work out.
Not with your partner that comes home and says, you said that you were going to do this thing. It's like, no, I didn't. It's like, well, in their world, you said that they did, and even the denial of that, it's like, look, how about I go and do it anyway, even though, there's just a million different ways of communicating.
Right, bro? Like,
I
right,
wanna
bro?
know, just on the firefight topic.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I
be really having fun, bro. Like I love, like I've been getting a lot of clients lately that just let me cook. Like I've been getting a lot of clients that trust my vision and just let me cook. Like they've been trusting my vision and just letting me cook, man. And when they trust my vision and let me cook, their photos come out so much better.
I've been sort of trying to think about that level of fear, that level of sort of kinetic engagement between people. What is it that normal people don't understand about what modern...
My client's like, I'm laughing out loud about how fast you are. I'm like, aw, I am pretty damn quick.
I think the chaos
And I do everything on live. It's the crazy part about it.
Not knowing what's
Oh, that's
here's an
tough.
example. We would, in training, when I was running training, we would have guys shoot paintball at like really high speed paintball guns. And so if you were a SEAL platoon commander, you're a SEAL platoon commander, Chris, and I would have my SEALs in the training detachment going out with paintball and shooting your guys. And you had paintball too, and you could shoot back. So I remember guys would come to me and they'd say, well, you know, we'd be in an urban environment, right? So like a fake city that we have that's concrete buildings, but it's a fake city. And
But I want to go paintballing so bad again. Bro, I used to be an airsoft junkie, gang. An airsoft junkie.
Well, we can't tell where your guys are shooting from because the paint guns don't have muzzle flash and they don't make a bang. So we can't tell where the shots are coming from. And it's like, guess what? You're not going to know where you're getting shot at from. I mean, it's very similar to a paintball, actually. It's like, you ever been in a city and you hear a siren over your left shoulder and you start looking over your left shoulder and all of a sudden it comes from the right because of the way sound dynamics work? So that's like one tiny example of how confusing and chaotic it can be. And so I think seeing in the movies, some they're doing it better and better now. The movie just came out called Warfare, which was directed and written by a guy named Ray Mendoza, who actually was the group of guys that came and took my place and my guy's place in Ramadi in 2006. He came and his guys took our place. And so a few weeks later, they got hit on an operation, and they had 2 guys get really badly wounded. But it was and a couple of their Iraqi soldiers, their friendly Iraqi soldiers, got killed. It's just a very vicious situation. But when you see the movie, he made it very realistic, and it's chaos. It's chaos and confusion, and guys are not know what's happening, screaming, wounded guys just screaming. And so I think that level of chaos and confusion is what gets missed out on. And then what the leader needs to do is take a step back from that chaos and confusion, figure out what's happening, and make decisions. So, yeah, that's it.
It's not as slick or sexy as it's been portrayed in movies traditionally, but people are now catching up.
Yeah, I think people are catching up now. I think, and this movie Warfare is a great example of, there's total chaos.
It's not neat.
It's not neat. And by the way, human beings with an incredible amount of training are still gonna do things that you don't expect them to do, and that's real. So Hollywood is starting to catch up with that.
That's tough.
I'm just trying to think back of, Saving Private Ryan did a pretty good job. That opening scene on the beach, there was definitely World War II veterans that sat through that, D-Day veterans that sat through that and said,
Bro, I'm trying to think, which one's the grain?
You guys got it. And
because it's kind of pissing me off that I can't see the
some of the
difference.
effects that they did,
Because of how I edited them, so similarly.
Tom Hanks they're getting shot at, and he's sort of like, it gets quiet, and slow motion type stuff, and he's just kind of detached from the whole thing. He's just out of body experience. And then someone shakes him, hey, Captain, you gotta get, and he kind of gets back in it, and that's kind of a leading indicator of what they're starting to get better and better at.
Is that a common emotion to feel that?
Yeah, and even earlier we were talking about noise, and when you're with shooting your gun in a gunfight, shooting your gun is freaking loud. But shooting your gun in a gunfight, you don't go, oh, that's loud. Now, you might start to catch a glimpse of that sometimes, where you're like, oh, my machine gunner's right here and he's dumping rounds, and you go, that's really loud right now. I'm getting hit with blink, by the way, which hurts. So there's just these things that are happening that there's a lot going on, and yeah, sometimes your adrenaline's going and you start to slow down and you see things moving in a slower manner. Time kind of slows down sometimes. You start hearing some things that you might not have heard, or not hearing things that you would hear. You know, another big thing is
Real raw unfiltered just had to fire a client mentally. I'm drained. Real raw unfiltered, gang. Real raw unfiltered, man. I've had that happen so many times where it's just like, I just had to tell myself subconsciously, bro, I'm not taking them ever again in my life. Like, I just be like, yeah, you know what?
I would say that on the radio too.
Never.
Hey Chris, come down to the first floor. I need you to say. Meanwhile, you're up there on your machine gun. You don't hear a damn word that I say. And so what I have to do is I have to pass word verbally, like Chris. And it like wakes you up, because everything that's going on the headphone just becomes...
wow. You got a pattern interrupt.
Yes. So
it's just in background. It's ambient fucking lift music.
Yes.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, what about dealing with the level of adrenaline sort of during and after? Because, you hear about... I was talking to a friend, brown belt in BJJ, but fought in Muay Thai for a long time. Went out to Thailand to fight, and we were watching Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn boxing fight that happened the other week in the UK. Probably one of the biggest. The two sons of two very famous boxers who had a huge rivalry, and now they're doing it. It's sort of been this big build up and all this stuff. It was super epic. I mean, and it was one of those walkouts that takes 5 minutes to happen, and there's
a Declaration of Independence tearing your that's actually insane.
So it was real. Sort of
going that far is crazy, bro.
But I asked Josh, hey man, do you want to be first or do you want to be second in terms of walkout? And he said, well, typically the champion would come out second. But I was like, yeah, I get that. I've always seen that. But which one do you want to be? Do you want to get into the ring and sort of get a sense of the space, or do you want to come out second? And he was like, dude, you always want to be second, because you're stood in the ring, the adrenaline's already been at its peak, and you're just getting cold, slow. The adrenaline's not there. You've already had your moment. Now you're watching this dickhead have his moment. So I wonder the same when it comes to how long can you sustain adrenaline for through a combat mission, and what happens when we have 5 minutes where we regroup at one corner, and then you're like, okay, fuck, I've got to, here we go back up again.
It is like a roller coaster. But what you were just saying, and what we talked about previously, walk out second, because then the guy that walked out first gets to spend an extra 4.5 minutes contemplating what's about to happen and living in
who just ringed my doorbell?
You're going to do that fear loop and freaking out, whereas you haven't even walked out yet. So let him sit out there on the big stage.
Hold on, gang.
I'm sure that they take their time as well. It's like your walkout's 5 minutes. It's like, we're going to start 90 seconds late.
It's like Musashi showing up 4 hours.
Somebody rang my doorbell.
Late to a sword fight. Like, oh yeah, you and I are going to fight. Cool, I'll be there at noon. Show up at 2:30. Yeah, you just sit there and freak out. Yep. So it's a good plan.
But yeah, that adrenaline, that up and down of that adrenaline, how did you manage that?
Well, what's interesting about that is you would think, like if I said to you, all right, Chris, you're going to go down on patrol right now, and there's going to be an enemy trying to kill you. You'd think to yourself, like, okay, well, I'm going to be freaking locked on for this whole 2 hours, right? Like, I'm going to be 3 hours. I'm going to be totally locked on. Well, after an hour and a half and nothing's happened yet, and you're hot, and you're tired, and you're sweaty, and you're carrying 100 pounds worth or 60 pounds worth of gear, you start to go, dude, do I really want to take a knee at this corner? Do I really need to take a knee at this corner right now?
Whoever delivered this did a terrible job, bro.
Lower your profile.
Like, damn.
After an hour and a half, maybe you'll just...
They did a terrible job. So, whoever delivered this
it's interesting. We talk about
did not do a good job, bro. Look at my damn box.
Well,
bro,
combat, of course, you never
what the fuck?
No, absolutely. People get
like, look at my box.
So when that adrenaline runs out, you have to have the discipline to say, "Oh, I'm getting my corner. I need to take a knee to lower my profile." Share the story. I gotta follow the protocols no matter what.
This is crazy, bro. Like, my shit's literally bust open, bro.
Roles within military.
Like, yo.
Different people disclose different roles. I think this is obvious that.
What the hell, bro?
Being the
my shit's literally bust open.
Sit back and do more planning. People drive, fly by grown people, you know, all medics, all the whatever it be. So I have
crazy,
to imagine
brother.
that within that, you may find
Well, y'all shirts came.
when somebody goes into operations that actually
River Unfiltered, y'all get to see it.
into all the
Like,
skills,
they just
my
didn't give a
nervous system
damn.
does not agree with this, so I'm gonna have to adapt over time, and maybe I do need to be somebody that
Shit, like, they just did not care.
Sustained focus at a sort of a lower
Sheesh.
rate for a longer period of time.
All right,
Maybe
this
I
y'all
just
shirts
take time,
came.
hold it. I'm good in bursts. I'm like the Usain Bolt of the fucking.
Yeah, you already know that fuck going on,
All
dude.
right, we go again.
Hey,
I
hey.
imagine that must be something.
Is it right?
that happens during
Yes,
training
right.
and,
Hardest working human, yeah.
during operations.
You're gonna find
The shirts
that you
came,
mentioned
y'all.
being a sniper. Being a sniper is
So whoever ordered a hoodie,
it's
your
a
hoodie will be
person
coming
that's
soon.
freaking hyperactive
Cause they done
and
finally
like to
sent out
sit
them
still.
things.
Being a sniper can be a hard
You know what I'm
job.
saying?
Whereas being a breacher,
Yeah.
you walk up to a door.
And if you
so
didn't
say,
order no
"Hey,
hoodie,
go kick that
you
thing in,"
suck.
Or blow it up in the next 14
Yeah,
seconds.
you know what the fuck going on.
Sure.
Hey, you know what the fuck going on.
Chris,
Know what the fuck going on though. Hey, you know what the fuck going on.
You know, we'll
What going
guide
on?
you as a
What
student
going on?
to be a sniper. as opposed-
With my cowboy hat on. With my cowboy hat on. Yeah, you know what the fuck going on. With my cowboy hat on. With my cowboy hat on.
And he's got stuff
But
going
yeah.
on the ground, but he's got to detach that, and he's got to put
This,
these
you know what I'm saying?
aircraft, he's got to stack them.
Wham,
in the
bam,
proper
thank
way,
you, ma'am.
Out of each other's
Yo,
way.
wham, bam, thank you,
And then
ma'am.
Find targets on the ground and
I'm
direct
tired.
areas.
I'm
So
tired.
there's a lot
I'm
of
tired.
cerebral processing that has to happen. So depending
I'm
on
tired.
who
In it,
you
in it,
are,
in it,
you're
in
gonna
it,
sort
in it,
of
in it, in it, in it, in
guided
it.
to
in
a
it,
job
in it,
that
in
is
it,
suitable
in it.
for you.
Yes,
Bro, this
I've
will
been
look
thinking
so
about
good
this
against this.
after
Oh yeah, I gotta put it on one of them
genetic
shirts.
testing that I
Four
did
score
that
and
looked at
7
all
years
the
ago.
different alleles that you got, and then maps them to what they're predicted for. So some of them are to do with dopamine response. Others are to do with how you process vitamin B12. Some of them, to me, to do with how you process cortisol and adrenaline. And one of the jobs that it said would not be good for me would be something with huge peaks and troughs. So as long as I can sustain focus, I could be someone that was holding it for a long period of time. But if you've got these massively intense periods and then these big dips, my
Oh
nervous
shit,
system
Amazon
isn't,
outside now? Damn.
built
Somebody got a
in
car.
to land
There's
very
a
quickly
car
like that.
with
I
the
would
name
love-
Amazon on it. That looked like a
Maybe at this
scam.
episode, I'd love to
Yeah,
see what
a
your
package
results
for
would
me.
be with that. My ability to clear adrenaline.
And he
cortisol,
getting out with some
not
short
so
shorts
good.
on.
I have to guess that you and the rest of the guys.
But this can't fit in here, bro.
Would be whatever you call it, like a super spreader event, but being able to bring that back into land. Fascinating.
And there's no genetic test on that thing to get in the SEAL team. So we end up with guys, and you can see them. Like, you can see a guy that gets really. I don't know if this is the same thing, but
Hey,
gets
no
you,
homo,
like,
bro.
really emotional about
No
things.
homo.
And then some people that don't.
Amazon package here.
So I think some of that has to. I mean,
What did I order?
I would
No
think that
idea.
if your
Should I go get
adrenaline is
it?
pumping,
Yes.
Your emotions are heightened, right? And then if your adrenaline is not pumping, then you're more emotionally calm. I would think that that would be accurate. So you end up with both people in the SEAL teams, and yeah, like someone that's super hyper emotional is probably not going to be ideal sniper. Not that they're not, because there are guys that are emotional that are good, great snipers too. But you know, if you've got someone that, as you grow, right, as you get older, you must learn to regulate some of that stuff too. I'm assuming, so that you are harder to.
Okay, I had ordered film for my film camera.
No, I mean that's the fascinating thing that you realize when you see
Alright.
the building blocks of who you
I
are.
ordered rolls of. I had ordered some film. Some film had came in. Okay.
Fucking like gluten didn't agree with me. I always wondered why I struggled to sleep after something exciting happened on a nighttime. I always wondered why, whatever.
I would like to run another experiment where we I give you this test, and then I just make stuff up and
See what
tell you, because I hear about people who do like whoop strap, and
Aww, my client said, "You're truly the best. I'm already planning our next photo shoot. I favorited 11. I could not only select those 3. Thank you so much. You are truly the best, and I already have planned out our next session."
pretty soon they go, wait a second.
Aww.
I got told I didn't sleep well, but I had an awesome day, and I did.
I love my clients.
Perform well with my stuff. So
they love me.
I think it's just to tell you, like, oh, you're emotionally just
Locked on.
staple.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
locked on.
Yeah.
So if you were like, oh yeah, well,
Okay, I think I had like
There's
a few more to do.
Great book called The Expectation Effect by David Robson. Popular science book. It's about 4 years old now, and
Yeah. That
they
did.
did exactly this. So they gave
D sucks. You know.
cohort of people, 2 different groups. One group has a particular genetic.
I'm just pasting what I
predisposition
just
that allows
made
them
over
to
here.
blow off CO2 more efficiently, and that means that for
I ain't gonna lie, my stomach
CO2
going
max
crazy,
work,
bro.
they
All right, let's see what DoorDash talking
they're
about.
much more effective. Other group does not have this mutation. They mixed them up and split them into 2 parts. So each group had equal proportions of people with and people without. You can see where I'm going to go. They told group 1, hey, you've got this genetic mutation. Remembering 50%.
Let's see what DoorDash talking about, man. Let me see what DoorDash talking about. DoorDash Dash Pass. You got any deals on there?
You don't have this genetic mutation. It may be a little bit more tough for you to do.
I'm seeing
Remembering 50%
those.
of them do.
But I want to get one free.
That they did, but didn't
I low-key
have
want
it.
Chili's, gang. I'm not even gonna lie.
That did have
I'm gonna
it,
get
but
Chili's.
They didn't, and he came up with this synopsis, which is your expectations are even more powerful than your genes.
have you ever heard of the monster experiment?
Yeah, I'm about to get Chili's, bro.
So they said the exact same thing, except for it was with kids with speech impediments.
Bro,
So
I gotta get work done. I could leave and go get food.
You know,
You know how much
occasionally
time it's gonna
you're
take me,
kind
bro?
of, like stutter a little bit, and of course everyone stutters a little bit sometimes. So I say, hey, Chris, that's because you.
All right, how do I check out?
It's probably gonna get worse as you get older. And sure enough, when they told kids that, they developed stutters and had it get worse. And then other kids, they said, oh yeah, you've got the kids with actual stutters. They say, hey, you've got a little bit of stutter right now, but it's no factor. It's just you're going through the phase, and they would come out of it. And this turned into a big giant lawsuit because it gave kids like permanent speech impediments.
Hey, girl.
Just
I'm over here ordering DoorDash like a big
as
bag.
they call it, monster.
Like a big bag, big bag.
There's also that thing which I have heard and read, which is when a kid does something good, you don't compliment.
All right,
them
let me see.
on
Deals
their
and benefits.
talent. You compliment them on their hard
Bro,
work.
it's $20 to
Yeah.
get this.
Which this is a little bit of the opposite.
So boneless honey chipotle
Let's say,
wings,
you know,
blue
Chris,
cheese dressing,
you
Big
did a
Mouth
great
bites,
job
ranch,
because
sauteed.
you're so talented. Then you're like, oh, cool, I don't have to work that hard.
A lot of
But
calories. Let's go ahead and do it,
It's a little bit
man.
of the opposite, right? A little bit of the
That's
opposite.
crazy money,
If
though,
your
bro.
workouts feel flat, your recovery's slow, or you've just been feeling off, might not be your training plan or your diet, might be something a bit more boring, like your testosterone. So, if you're not performing in the gym or the bedroom the way that you would like, or you just want to improve your testosterone naturally, Tomcat Ali is a fantastic research-backed place to start. And when it's stacked with zinc, this can make
And I'm doing my
a huge
business card
improvement to your
because
testosterone production, your strength,
this a
your
business
recovery time,
transaction.
Which is why I'm such a massive fan of Momentous zinc. It supports testosterone, boosts vitality, and helps keep everything running like it should. And if you're still unsure, Momentous offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can buy it
business meal,
every single day for 29
business
days.
meal, processing your order.
They ship internationally. Right now, you can get 35.
That calorie part is so real.
And that 30-day money-back guarantee.
Yeah.
By going to the link in the description below. By heading to Live Momentous.
Like, damn, that's a lot of calories, gang. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Nah, bro, you work harder, you eat harder. That might sound crazy though, but I've been working a lot, so I think I deserve to, like, you know, order food. You know what I'm saying?
Discipline equals freedom.
I don't know. I think it was pretty simple to understand.
I agree, but it's with
Come on, bro, it's
simplicity
processing
comes an
order,
awful
like,
lot
what's
of
going on?
opportunity for people to
Yeah.
All right, it went through.
I guess
Bring me my
the
food so I can bust down. Bring me my food so I can bust down. I'm working right now, man. I gotta keep working. You know what I'm saying? I'm working right now. If I get up
You kinda have to
as a photographer, your brain is gonna like transition to a new flow state, and you're not gonna be able to get back in flow. Right now, I'm in flow right now.
Then you won't be enjoying
I am in flow sync.
Cool. Yep. If you are so disciplined that you never go out and you never eat a pizza, cool. You might be bummed out. Yeah. You can go too far with it. But generally speaking, if you have an occasional pizza because they taste really good, and once a month or whatever, you go down to the pizza place and you get a pizza. Cool, good for you. That's gonna be awesome. And that's the reward for free. But I think it's pretty straightforward. And I guess if I was to fish a little bit more, I would say that the idea that discipline is natural or it's innate. And actually, my middle daughter, who's a jiu-jitsu player, she said the same thing. She said, "Hey, Dad, I think you should do this." And I said, "Okay." And then she started doing it. 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 And then she started doing she was actually speaking the other day, and one of the things that she said was she was speaking about discipline, and she said, you know, I was training. My dad and I, we went to the gym the other day, and we were both training, and I was training with, you know, the guys that I train with, and she was training with people she trains with, and it's a Sunday, and we're training. We're both like really tired when we're done, and we get done, and we're kind of sitting up on the mats, and we're talking, and I look at her and I said, not one part of me wanted to come train today. Like 0% of me wanted to come train today, and I'm so glad I came to train, because you know you always feel great when you get done training. But so my daughter went and spoke to this group, and she said, you know, my dad, you know, Mr. Discipline, who's been on this path for however many decades, my dad didn't want to train, and he had to go. Hey, doesn't matter whether you want to do it or not, you gotta have the discipline to go do it, and he did, and he got done with it. So, and I think that's a good thing to remember, that discipline isn't just, oh, this person is, quote, more disciplined than this other person. It's like, no, this person is choosing discipline, this person is not. Mm-hmm. That's the way it is. Mm-hmm. So I think that's an important thing to remember. You have the option of being disciplined. You don't have the option of being born.
Oh, shit. I ain't mean to do that, boy.
You either are or you're not. But you do have the option of choosing discipline or not.
So discipline, not necessarily something that you're born with?
I don't think so at all. I think maybe there's some small percentage of it. Maybe this person's a little bit more innately disciplined than this other person, but I think it's a choice.
Well, how much of it's habit as well, and momentum? You know, as you said, I think this is one of the vicious cycles that people get into, and it's also why you see people that have unbelievably outsized results in life, and those who kind of have consistently bad results in life, because each positive experience is self-reinforcing. It tells you a story about the sort of person you are, and you start to build on good habits, and these good habits show you more good habits, and you get a little bit more confidence, and you get a little bit more, and you say, well, this is part of my identity now, I actually can push myself a little bit, so and you're like, holy fuck, like, you know, to the 1% per day increase, and you end up at some unbelievably big number by the end of the year. But you also
Apple is wrong for putting duplicate underneath delete. Bro, bro, fam, I swear. Like, bro, and it'd be like that for a lot of stuff. It'd be like duplicate, delete, or it'd be like add to trash, or save. Oh, that's one that be throwing me off, bro. Save and don't save, or right by each other. It'd be like save, don't save. So you go and you click, and you click don't save on accident, and your entire thing is gone. Bro, I've done that so many times, bro. I've done that so many times. I'm like, damn. I'm like, ain't no way I just did that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be like, there's no way that I just did that. For sure. Bro, it'd be throwing me off so bad.
One good little decision that leads to another good little opportunity, and you know, I'm sure you have friends like this too. I have friends that made just small decision after small bad decision after small bad decision, and they end up in terrible, terrible places, which is awful to see.
An interesting pivot on the make one good decision begets another good decision is when you've got a difficult conversation to have. My friend Alex says the life that you want is on the other side of the difficult conversations you're unprepared to have, and he uses this analogy of when, you know, you work up to it for ages, and the stress, and you know, you're in the Humvee, metaphorically driving up to the conversation, and you finally do it, and you go, oh, I feel amazing. And then immediately, like a psychopath, like a serial killer, you look around and you go, what other bad conversations did I have? And you're like seeking out targets. You're like, well, I need to ring my mum and tell her that she did that thing. You know, I've got that guy that didn't deliver the Amazon parcel correctly. And I need to speak to this supplier, blah, blah, blah. But it's the same with that. This sort of momentum thing is a big deal. And it's why...
In that vein, when I don't feel like going to train jiu-jitsu, or I don't feel like waking up, or I don't feel like working out, whatever that thing is, that feeling that I mentioned to my daughter of like, I'm so happy I came to train today, I know that feeling so well that it just totally overrides the...
Oh, so you're projecting yourself?
Yeah, like, oh yeah, I know how much better I'm going to feel. In an hour and a half, I know that feeling so well. And I also know the other feeling, which is, man, I didn't train today. You know, it was Sunday, and I decided I needed a day off. It's like, no, train. I know that. And I think that is very helpful.
What's still driving you now from a discipline perspective?
Well, I mean, in jiu-jitsu, it's just, I love jiu-jitsu. Hey, you know, and again, if you want to do something, how much discipline does it take? You know what I mean? I love
It literally
jiu-jitsu.
takes more discipline to not do it.
Yeah. Like, you get injured.
I mean, just click
and
save
your
as.
arms- your
Yeah,
arm
yeah,
is
yeah,
changed
yeah.
a
You're
little
right.
bit
But
worse.
if I want it
It
to
takes more
go,
discipline
if
than
I
that.
want it to go, if I'm trying to make it go
You
back,
connect.
Yeah.
Adrian,
Yeah,
if I'm trying to
exactly.
make it go
So-
back into Lightroom, you can't just click save
Yeah,
as.
I mean, I enjoy doing these things.
You can't just click
I
save
enjoy it.
as.
Do I enjoy working out every single day? No. And that's when it's like, oh yeah, but I know the results of the long run. And I think that's an important thing that I've talked about, and again talked about this with my daughter, is like, if you give up a little bit today, like, you can't get it back. Like, if you skip a workout today, there's no possible way to get that back. When you let something go, it's gone. And Rome wasn't built in a day, but Rome didn't fall apart on a day either. It didn't fall apart because of one thing. It falls apart just a little bit at a
Yeah,
time.
nobody gets fit overnight. Nobody gets fat overnight.
Exactly. And so you can't submit. You can't submit. You have to get in there and keep it going. And I know the results of not doing the thing are not good. And I enjoy doing the thing, so in order to keep doing the thing, you got to do the thing.
Yes, it is. It's this endless fucking infinite regress of doing the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of get the sense as well with that story about not wanting to go to the gym. I do think that that's the difference between discipline and motivation. Right. Motivation. I didn't want to do the thing. Discipline. I did the thing in spite of not wanting to do the thing.
Yeah. And look, I've said many times, you can't count on motivation. Like, it's not going to be there for you. Or it may. But it may not be. And
It's lovely when it comes along.
if you wait for it to be there, you might be waiting more than you should.
On the other end of that, you know, the person who
Photos are hard
is
in
going
raw.
through a string
What
of
does in
bad
raw
photos.
mean? Hard in raw.
Thank you. What flavor is this?
This is
Oh,
iced tea
okay, I get
lemonade.
you mean.
Okay. You're still pasteurizing these, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hardcore. Yeah, that's good.
That's coming from a Brit, you know, a tea
I know.
drinker.
Look, it's not the same sort of tea. It's not the same sort of tea. This isn't a fucking Earl Grey. No, I appreciate what you guys did with this. We also did with Newtonic. I really appreciate the fact that you didn't go heavy on the carbonation. You know, if you're gonna have this before a workout, the last thing you want is like,
Yeah.
what? Just throw it in. So no, yeah, that's lovely.
Oh no, yeah, I get what you mean. Like before the edit, they're even hard. Yeah, I didn't. He chose this edit for real. I ain't gonna lie. He said that he wanted me to edit them. He wanted me to edit them like some last photos that he saw. So he had sent me a screenshot of some other photos I had took for somebody, and he wanted me to edit them the same way.
You've
So
got this infinite domino.
yeah, like
tumble
even
that
just by
helps
themselves,
you
they're
to
tough.
keep the momentum up.
Like regardless.
And yes, it is your responsibility to deal with the repercussions of the decisions that you've made, including the string of bad ones for the last quite a long time, if that's the situation that you're in. But it's not particularly reassuring or comforting, I don't think, to somebody who's in the shit. So what would you say to someone who's going through a bad month or a string of bad months and doesn't see any light at the end of the tunnel?
What are your options? You know, like, okay, you're upside down financially, relationship went south, you got, whatever those things are, your credit card debt is up, you got fired from your job. Okay, you're in a terrible situation. What are your options? What you have to do is, well, you kind of have to prioritize and execute, right? Like, okay, I got all these bad things going on in my life. What is my biggest problem right now? And you got to say, okay, I got to start with solving that problem. And you got to start to, going back to, I think it was the initial thing that we talked about, take action. You've got to take action and move forward. And if you don't, the downward spiral doesn't end. And if you allow it to continue to go down, that's where it's going to end up. And so you just have to, what are my options? To abandon the whole thing? Like, no, that's not the option. That is not the option. What can I make better right now? And start to reassemble things and put them back together.
Small steps. I remember advice to a friend that was going through a period of low mood and was feeling bad about not being able to get out of bed and wasn't able to show up and all of this stuff. I was like, dude, you need to literally see every single micro step. Like, you're in bed. You have gone to the bathroom a couple of times. You haven't seen sunlight in a few days. You've been ordering Uber Eats to the door and, like, you know, sort of looking at the floor as the fucking delivery guy arrives. Like, you need to think about getting out of bed in the most rudimentary steps possible. So what's the first thing you need to do? You need to pull the covers off you. It's like, that is a step. Okay, hey, like, I mean, that's, you know, that's better than it was before. 1 foot out of the bed, 2 foot out of the bed, stand up, get a glass of water, put your shoe, you know, slow.
Yeah. You know, there's something too. So people ask me about jiu-jitsu and they don't like to fight. They don't like the idea of it. They don't like the physical, close contact, whatever the case may be. Like, and they'll say, I don't like it. How long do I have to do it for? And one of the things that I say is, you have to do jiu-jitsu until you submit someone while you're training with them. And the reason I say that is because if you can train long enough that you submit someone, all of a sudden you go, oh wow, I made progress.
Yes.
I see the reward. And so do those little things, but do those little things until at the end of the day you go, that was a pretty good day. Like, don't, because if you just get up and, okay, well, I got out of bed and Chris said get out of the bed, but I still freaking don't like, I still feel like crap, right? Okay, well, get out and do a little bit more.
All right, but I think we're good now.
Do a little bit more. And
I'm gonna hold shift.
And you can stop. When you get to the end of the day, and
Large.
you go, okay, you know what? Today was a pretty freaking cool
I
day.
thought. Wait. I thought the
Then
Gives
you wanna go
Arts
back
photo
to
was fire.
living in the hole and ordering Uber Eats. Go ahead. But at
Give
least
Arts
give
photo
me-
was fire. What
at
Give
least
Arts
give
photo?
me the effort to make yourself have a good day.
You know the idea
I thought the Give Arts photo was fire titled.
That shows that you've been there for long enough to have made some progress.
Fire
A
titled.
friend made this point to me, and it's such a fucking smart point that I've never thought of, despite the fact I've lifted weights for like 20 years. Going to the gym, muscular training in the gym, is one of the only pursuits in life where during the act of doing the thing, you see the future progress of where you will be if you keep doing the thing. So if I'm trying to learn Italian with you, and we're on
Oh, the city arts. You talking about? Okay. I get what you're talking about.
At no
I was like,
point
bro,
during
I was
the
like,
process of learning
what?
Italian do I understand what it would be like in 6 months' time to be proficient in Italian. But if you go to the gym, you get a pump. You go. Hey,
Oh, you said you thought it was fire tilted. Okay, yeah. I thought it was fire tilted too. Okay, so the way that I edit is not necessarily my style, like fully. Like if these were taken for passion, I would edit these totally different. I just know that when clients look at professional, that means symmetrical, that means leveled, that means balanced colors, that means even, that means they're in the center. It's just all that little stuff. So like I'm editing based off of client preference. I'm not even editing based off of like, you know, just my creative style. I'm editing strictly to the client's preference. So he is like, okay, he sent me the ideas that he wants. Then he's like, oh, I want the photo straight on. You know, I want to be even. But it was like that because while we were there, he was already talking to me about like centering him and shit like that. So I'm like, okay, he's pretty particular about, you know, how he wants his photos. So I make sure to do it exactly how they want. I shot it tilted because I fuck with it tilted. But you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I left this one tilted. I know he might say something about this too because I could change this one to like this, and I feel like this is what he's gonna tell me to do. Because I think, yeah, this one was tough. But I feel like he's going to tell me to do it like this. Like I could just see it. I can see it coming. And I feel like I should just do it right now before he even says anything. Yeah, let me go ahead and change it before he even says anything. I'm gonna put both in there, bro. Because I see him saying it, and I don't want to have to go backwards. Because I definitely left that one tilted. I left those tilted on purpose because I like these tilted. Because I took them like that on purpose. But I don't be wanting to argue with my client, man. Because then I got to, then now I got to wait more time. And nah, I'm going to just go ahead export them right now.
Genuinely care about holistic health, which is why I've got my mum to take it, my dad to take it, and tons of my friends too, and why I put it inside of my body every day. And if I found
bet, let me go ahead and start exporting these and send them over to him.
Why I still use it. And if you're still unsure, they've got a 90-day money-back guarantee, so you can buy it and try it for 3 months. If you don't like it, just give you your money back.
I'm with you though,
right now,
fam.
you get a year's free supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 free AG1 travel packs, plus that 90-day money-back guarantee by going to the link in the description below or heading to Drink AG1.
Yeah, I like how they're aware about their preferences. Yeah, like I would see them as a premium private client. Yeah. Now they're definitely a premium client. He's booked me multiple times. Like if you were here for the last ones that we did, I edited these on live too.
Yeah.
This is my last time shooting with him.
I had Cam on the show last week, and I'm like completely blown.
This is our first
by
shoot.
what his kids have done. One of them's a ranger,
Yeah.
and
Oh shit, you can't see it.
It's true.
This was the first one though.
yeah, it's absurd, dude. I found that quite really interesting. Cam, he was sort of really beautifully opened up in a way that I haven't heard him do it before, and he was like, I don't know how I feel about pushing my boys that hard when they were kids. You know, he's like, I regret in some ways doing them. He told me this story. His son that's a ranger, I think was maybe a prison warden or something like that, and had good, stable, steady job, contributing law enforcement stuff. And,
Yeah, I edited these the other night with you guys on live.
applied to ranger school, become a ranger.
Definitely hard.
And he's like, well, what you've got. It's all
Yeah,
about
I added grain on there. There's grain even in the back. You can't see it. It's like really small. These have like grain added because he wanted both. So I did 2 versions. I did these, and I edited all of them like this also, and I did these too because he wanted the grain in it. So I added the grain. What I just did was on some of them I made the grain like well, this is not the full image. Double click real quick.
Said his own words back to him.
So this was the original, not original. It's not how it was shot. This was the original edit, but then I put the preset on top of it, and I had the grain real fine on the skin. But yeah.
Like maybe I pushed my kids too far. Maybe I pushed them so far that they didn't feel happy or content with a good, normal job. And what if my son goes off to war and gets fucking killed or injured over there? Because I've put them in this place. And it was a really interesting, I've been fascinated for a very long time with the price that you need to pay to be somebody that you admire. To be somebody that is an extreme performer, that is in a position that most people would find enviable.
Why use Photoshop's camera raw filter instead of Lightroom? I'm using Lightroom. I'm not in Photoshop. This is Lightroom.
What it is that drives people to do the things that they do. Now, some people have a beautiful balance.
Is the grain intended? Yeah. I use this is Lightroom. This is not Photoshop. This is Lightroom.
Wonderful upward trajectory toward a goal that they believe in. But for a lot of people, it's running away from something.
This is Lightroom. This is Lightroom.
Comfort control.
This is not Photoshop. I edited all of his images in Lightroom. I didn't do anything in Photoshop for his images.
Whatever it is. And
I need to edit these. I need to edit
It's
these.
just a really lovely redress for most people to think, okay, I think I want this thing. And as we said at the very, very beginning, what's the price that I need to pay in order to be able to get this thing? Do I want to pay that? Do I want to pay that price? To be true at Haynes, what do I need?
Alright, what do you do for me? We about to start editing some pumpkin heads. Yeah, buddy. Rolling like a big shot. 7 tunes up like a NASCAR race
Do I
car.
want to
Let me
be
see.
working so hard that my hands are 3 times his hands are the size of your hands? That's where I need to be.
Let me see.
I just think it was really, really interesting from Cam. Somebody who is an extreme performer, somebody whose sons are also extreme performers, to just look at, okay.
Bet.
It was really, really interesting reflection.
Yeah. One thing that's a very
Alright, let's go ahead and hop into it.
basic SEAL training, right?
So these right here are the images, you guys. I did one of these like low key right here, just to like show myself how it looks. Oh, I think my DoorDash might be here.
One thing that is just completely makes no sense whatsoever is in ACO class, you'll have a kid from, you know, Massachusetts, whose both parents went to Harvard. He went to Harvard, and he, you know, spent his summers on the Cape in their third home because the other one's in Vermont, the whole 9 yards, and he makes it for SEAL training. And then there'll be another kid from New York State who is also equivalently, you know, a Princeton kid, and he played whatever sport at Princeton, and he'll quit. So you have two silver spoon kids. One of them will make it, one will not. Go to the complete other end of the spectrum, and you have some kid that was raised in the barrio in LA that grew up, you know, a gangbanger or at least gangbanger adjacent.
I got DoorDash is on its way, guys. Yeah.
Another guy that's
about to go get that DoorDash food.
Gangbanger or gangbanger adjacent, he'll quit.
All right, but as you guys can see, I'm gonna zoom in here. You guys can see the before, the after, before, the after. I literally drew this in here with a masking tool. Like I literally used masking brush right here, and this was all in Lightroom. And just made it darker. That's literally what I did, literally. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing here as well. I'm gonna make a mask. I'm gonna make a, you know, brush mask, and literally just zoom in as close as possible and just draw right up in here. Just like so.
Just do the genetic thing before and be like, you know, what was that movie where they could predict whether people were going to commit crimes or not?
Yeah,
there you go. Zoom
I
it
don't
up.
remember the name of the movie, but
I don't know what DoorDash is talking about right now. I'm going to the door. Oh, they're in Spanish. Okay.
You know,
All right.
Minority
I'm gonna
Report SEALs,
color all of this in.
Like, we know that you're gonna pass, we know that you're gonna fail, but you don't know that.
I'm about to get my DoorDash, y'all.
Before the test is to
I'm about to
see
color
what
all of
happens
this
when
in
it
right
all
here.
comes crashing down.
And what it's gonna do is
On that point,
I can go down in the exposure.
you
I can go down in shadows,
everything is
go
going
open the
well. We also
contrast,
talked about the,
and
regressive
I can start
cryptography.
filling all of this in.
After a while, I think
Fill in
a
the
lot
whole
of people that
amount.
have consistent success for a long period of time
Just like so.
reach a little bit of escape velocity, and
All right, let me go get my food,
sort
y'all.
of floating out here. Maybe my life is very different to the one that I was used to before.
Don't dip out. I'll be right back.
How
I gotta get my
have you
food.
given that,
DoorDash is
you know,
here.
big trajectory for yourself
The
as well?
DoorDash.
How have you learned to keep your focus
DoorDash is
when
here.
things are going well, not when things are going badly?
I think it's just exploring new arenas. So, you know, you're doing some stuff and there's something that looks like it might be interesting to me, and I'll go try that thing out. And don't always win, but I'll give it a crack and see what happens. And I'm not, you know, I'm very much an iterative decision maker, meaning I make very small decisions at a time. I don't go all in on some chance. You know, I'm a little bit more methodical than that. And so, yeah, I see something that seems like it's a good opportunity or something that I'm interested in, I'll go give it a crack. And if it works, then cool, I'll do more of it. And if it doesn't work, then, well, maybe I'll back off.
Right, so by not making huge commitments, at least up front, it allows you to experiment with ideas, play around with different things.
Yeah, it's just, essentially it's maneuver warfare, which is you look at the enemy situation and you probe for areas of weakness, and once you find an area of weakness, you put more resources behind that area and assaulting that area, and if you continue to get good results, you put more resources and you continue to do well, and if you hit a wall, and it's interesting that the terms that they use is surfaces and gaps. So like surfaces is I hit, it's like defenses. So if I hit
No
a
penetration.
surface, no penetration, if I hit a gap, I'm going to exploit more, and that's pretty much what I'm doing and what I've been doing for a long time.
Okay, so exploring first and then exploiting after.
Yeah,
Exploring first and then exploiting after. Yeah, I mean, certainly one of the lessons from today so far is this. I'm not going to set the bar so unreasonably high that it's intimidating, that it means that it's hard to make the first move, that it's chaotic, that it's an irreversible door. You know, that I go through it and I'm like, well, if I've put all of my money into this business, there is no more money to put into any other business. It's the equivalent of that, but for confidence, for momentum.
Yeah, I'm a big back.
for continuing going with good and bad.
And?
That's a, yeah, I think
And?
small decisions is
I don't want to hear it.
a lovely level framework on that.
You know what I'm saying?
The other,
We just had a whole debate about Lightroom Classic and why I don't use it, but I answer that question like every 12 minutes in live, so I'm gonna just make a YouTube video for it. But yeah, I answer that question a lot. But what I'm about to say, yeah, I'm a big back right now, you know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. I'm about to bust down. Y'all don't understand. I'm so hungry. Bro, I'm so hungry. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm live with the guys.
PNG, that familiar. Yeah, we out with the vibes. Big back for real, he Big back for real, he Stay back, stay back, stay back, get back. Get back, stay back, stay back, stay back, get back.
Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. Yeah, I'm live with the guys. PNG, yeah, that's familiar. Yeah, we out catching vibes. Big back for real, he Big back for real, he always You a bit back. Always talking about some snacks. You a bit back. Get your ass back. I'm talking about snacks. Looking through the cabinet, trying to see what up food at. You a bit back. Big back, big back, big back, big back, big back, big back for real. You a bit back, get back for real.
Bro, I got sliders and egg rolls.
Bro, do you always in my chat? You always talking shit.
I'm taking pictures of my calories, y'all.
Cause there ain't no way you always speaking and you always eat at the same time that you always speaking.
Do that. How you even
Man.
eat at the same time? You always eating Chipotle. Like you always eating.
I'll take a picture of the food so I can analyze the calories. And then I gotta get a picture of these egg rolls. Casper, bro, he's trying to come get him some food, bro. You're not finna get nothing. All right, bet. All right, hop into this edit. I'm trying to edit while eating at the same time, so I'm gonna try to be elegant and like eat with my fork, you know, and like not use my hands. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna sit this right here, you know, real big back energy. I'm gonna try to be real elegant, eat with my fork and not my hands. I'm gonna try to put this food over here, put the sauce over here. I'm gonna spread everything. Casper, stop doing something. You're doing too much right now. You're doing too much moving around, man. I'm trying to mess my books up though. I don't want to mess my books up. Like my notebooks can't get messed up. You know what I'm saying? I die by the notebooks. All right, Casper, bro. Fam, you're not even allowed. You're not even supposed to be in my chair right now, bro. You're not even allowed up here. All right, we're about to start editing. I'm about to edit, eat. Okay, guys. So I be trying to, real raw, unfiltered. I let y'all come with me, on this real raw and unfiltered journey of life and shit. So don't judge me while I'm eating or editing, all right? Because, yeah, bro, your mentor is a human. I gotta eat too, so don't do too much. All right, napkins? Dang. All right, let's do it. All right, let's get it. Let's get right.
Common areas I think that people are struggling with, young men, very directionless at the moment. What's your advice? You speak to a lot of young men, train a lot of young men. What's your advice to young men that are struggling with direction in life?
It's interesting because when I hear this, I'm always a little bit puzzled about who these young men are that are directionless. Because I work with a lot of different companies. I have a leadership consulting company. I work with all different kinds of companies, and whether it's construction companies, energy companies, software companies, finance companies, like there are a bunch of young men out there, and they are getting after it. Whether they're linemen, whether they're on oil rigs, whether they're software developers, like there's all kinds of people that are out there crushing. And so when I hear about people that, what'd you say, are lost or directionless? Yeah, what do you want to do with your life? I guess that's my question. What do you want to do with your life? Because you got one life. It's going by quickly, and this is something that years ago I spent.
The best part about this is that it's exposure. So like, I could literally change the exposure. Like I can selectively change. I mean, I could feather it, of course, but I could change like if it's too much or too little. I could change it.
Would come in and they'd be
make the blacks go up.
And I'd say, hey, how old are you? And they'd say, I'm 22. And they'd say, I want to fight. There's a fight card coming up. I want to be on it. And I was like, I'd tell them, listen, you got plenty of time. Like, get better, train, up your skills. And I said that for probably 3 or 4 years. And then after 3 or 4 years, when guys would come in, I would start telling them the opposite, which is you need to get on it. You need to be in here every day. You're almost out of time. You're 22, you're late. Because I realized I saw a lot of people that didn't have any sense of urgency in their life. And when you don't have a sense of urgency, things aren't going to happen.
Bro. Trust me.
They're not just going to happen.
Trust me. It's a mask, so I'm not drawing with a. It's not a what's the name? It's not a brush. It's just a mask. So I could change it later. I just want to see where the definite, where it's gonna line it. Like I'm just looking at where it's gonna lay it. Like I'm trying to see the colors. Or see the black. I mean, like make sure I know where it's dropping it. So I can change a lot of stuff. You straight.
And go crush that thing and make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, for better or worse, life is really short.
I could change the exposure afterwards.
It's this ridiculous.
And also, when you zoom out, that's another thing too.
It
like after you zoom out, it's like
it doesn't feel short at the time, but I bet when you get to your 80s, and you look
as long as it looks realistic, is all that matters. For
no time at all.
Yeah, I had that conversation with my mom a couple of years ago, and she said, I was like, oh, hey, how's it going? Talking on the phone, and she said,
exactly. There we go, Mike.
This person died.
So I can see exactly where the mask is, and now I can adjust it as needed.
Like that.
Because it's just an exposure mask, so I could just adjust it.
And
so now I could zoom out, and I can see like, oh yeah, it doesn't look realistic. Cool. So now I could adjust
all those people that you're talking about.
Everything that I need.
80, 85, 87 years old.
Yes,
like, they've had a full run at it. I'm like, I've buried my friends that are 27 years old, 30 years old, 31 years old. Like, that's horrible. And so people that got this full run, man, be thankful that they got that full run. And right now, if you're a dude and you're 22 years old and you feel like you're directionless, get your shit together, man, and go start making things happen.
Yeah, that sense of urgency is such an interesting one.
I could even subtract too with the brush as well.
We're prepared to sort of waste years trying to work out what would take us days to do. It is. I understand why some people have degrees of regret around that, because they think, fuck, like I don't know where that time went. I wish I'd known this thing sooner. But again, if action's the antidote to anxiety, the only way that you can work out what it is that you need to do is by hurrying up and doing it. And again, if the fear of failure, the fear of the unknown is worse than the actual thing, it all ties together. I think everything that we've spoken about.
And by the way, you fail. Like, yeah, you're gonna blow some stuff. You're gonna make some bad decisions. You're gonna screw some things up. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Like those make for good stories, man. Go get them. Go make them happen.
I'm really just playing around with exposure here for real.
Being afraid that you might screw something up. You're gonna screw something up.
And highlights on the
guaranteed.
subject.
Go do it. Get a good
Nah,
story
they
out.
don't really need no much more highlights for real. But I do
also
feel like
prove to
I can
yourself that
do
you're not made of glass.
people,
This was the first thing that I learned
clothes.
In striking, which I'm sure that you at
Go down
some
on that
point
black,
when you
yeah.
first started learned as well, which is probably as a newcomer to any striking sport, the most important day that you have is the day when you stop doing that and when a fist comes towards your face, because you realize, oh, actually, if this happens, it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's that symbolically for your life, right?
No
Like,
doubt
if I
about
get
it.
punched on the nose, my life continues,
Yep.
and my nose is still there.
Yep. Yeah, go get yourself punched in the face a few times. It's going to be good for you.
A quick aside, if you haven't been feeling as sharp or energized as you'd like, getting your blood work done is the best place to start, which is why I partnered with Function. They run lab tests twice a year that monitor over 100 biomarkers. They've got a team of expert physicians that then take that data, put it in a simple dashboard, and give you insights and actionable recommendations to improve your health and lifespan. They track everything from your heart health to your hormone levels, your thyroid function, and nutrient deficiencies. They even screen for 50 types of cancer at stage 1, which is 5 times more data than you get from an annual physical. Getting your blood work drawn and analyzed like this would usually cost thousands, but with Function, it is only $499, and for the first 1,000 Modern Wisdom listeners,
Nah, yeah, exactly.
$100 off, making it $300.
Because you don't want them to be able to see their nose or anything below it.
Or head to functionhealth.com/modern.
So underneath the opacity, you can see their nose and stuff. Like
I've heard you say,
if it's not dark enough, you'll see their nose.
how do you balance the need
Like if you look at the this,
without letting
if you don't like, you know, their faces in it. You know what I'm saying?
Again, this is a good lesson I took away from training MMA fighters, which is you're in a fight camp.
I mean, it's a pumpkin, so the way that it like
8 weeks,
it like
12 weeks,
blends in is good.
depending on when the call comes, whatever. But you get a guy, okay, and Chris, you're my fighter, and Chris, you know, we start your camp, and you don't come into camp a slouch, right? You're in decent shape, but now we step it up, and because now it's really about.
So I'm gonna do like a base edit first. I'm gonna go shift.
Make them a little bit,
I'm gonna go background.
particular opponent, but now we're just really
We'll make the
getting
background
into
shadows go
the
up
fight.
and the go down.
We got 10 weeks. We start, you know, we're doing 2-a-days. We're
Just
sparring.
like that.
We're doing conditioning workouts. And, you know, you've got your 3 training partners that you're sparring with. Sometimes you're grappling. Sometimes you're punching. Sometimes you're doing a combo. We used to call it shoot boxing or box wrestling. Like you're going to do the whole thing. And 4 weeks into it, 5 weeks into it, you come into the gym, and I'm watching you, and the grappling guy that you normally tear up, he gets the best of you. And then we time you on the sprints, and you lose your sprint time by 8 seconds. And I look at you and I go, hey man, tomorrow.
Now I could go ahead and save these.
And I might even say take 2 days off.
Mask,
depending on how
copy,
So it's very obvious. It's so obvious when someone is overtrained.
paste.
Anyone can see it. You don't have to be a genius. And so it's the same thing with like life. If you start going backwards in life, you're probably trying to take on too much stuff, and you could use a breather. So take a breather.
Isn't it interesting that our ability to objectively look at the performance of somebody else compared with our ability to objectively look at our own performance?
Yeah.
And also, you know, do I know if I'm selling myself short and if this is a moment where I need to push through versus I've gone too hard and it's actually time for me to rest and recover. I think the balance between having an internal jocko and an internal tyrant, I think is a delicate one. And it's one where you go, fuck, like, is this, how close to the red line am I here?
Yeah.
Do I deserve the time off or do I not?
That's another one of my rules is, you need a day off today? You can't take a day, you can take it tomorrow. So if you wake up today, and you're like, I feel like crap today, cool. Feel like crap today, go do what you're supposed to do. If you wake up the next day, and you go, I'm hurt, cool, take that day off. Because you can get through today even if you need a day off, but if you really truly need a day off and you plan, and you take it tomorrow, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's a sick idea. James Clear, this is the best idea around habits, which is basically the inverse of what you're talking about. He says, never miss 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
That one missed day is a mistake, 2 missed days is the start of a new habit. And it is one of the best ways, even with, it just stops anything spiraling. All that we've talked about, this compounding down, compounding, it stops that from happening.
2 days off, not allowed.
I think trying to just be a little bit more objective with that. You're able to see the numbers of your guys. The sprint numbers, they're not that. Do you ever do a weight? Did you ever have to do a hard weight cut for anything, or did you always fight it super?
No, I would, at like my actual competition days in jiu-jitsu, there was the open class, and then there was like the heavyweight, and it was like 212, 213 was the weight, and so I would have to cut like maybe 8 pounds, 10 pounds to get down to 213, but I was never a guy that was cutting, 25 pounds. Now, I had to do that with my kids because my kids all wrestle, and I've done it with a million different fighters as well. So, I've been through a lot of weight cuts,
Just not.
but
Heavy ones.
yeah, the most I've ever cut was probably like 10 pounds.
Casper, no, man.
Every single time that there's a UFC card on, and some of the fighters have got a big YouTube presence, invariably the most played videos of watching them go through the weight cut. Like, people just like watching suffering, right? And I don't know what it is that's so compelling about that. It's the same. Have you watched the Tour de France Unchained documentary on Netflix?
I'll check it out.
It is so fucking good. So it's like Drive to Survive, the Formula One thing, but it's about the tour. And the beautiful thing about that is it's protracted suffering, right? It's protracted storyline and narrative, and there's a stage, I don't know, 25 stages, something like that in the Tour de France. Tons of them. Some of them are speed stages, some of them are hills, some of them are, and you get to see the ups and downs. There's this sort of permanent risk of injury, there's the permanent risk of crashes, there's always some catastrophes, especially that start at the very, very beginning, and you get to see. It's not like in powerlifting. This is why there'll never be an amazing powerlifting documentary, because the sport is done in 3 seconds. It's like you went down, you came back up, well done, okay, or you didn't, right? And either way, it's over. We like seeing the same as the weight cut. You're going to check in 1 hour, and you're going to check in 2 hours, you're going to check in 3 hours, you get back in the sauna, get back on the bike, get back in the bath, put the towels back on, you wrap the fucking thing around your head here, have some ice, spit it back out into the, all the way along. And we love to see that narrative as it goes. I wonder what would happen. I mean, they do those BJJ matches that are no time limit, right? Yeah. And some of those go for 3-4 hours.
Which to me is awesome. It is. It's like that's
the ultra endurance race.
It's the ultra endurance race. It's also that's kind of, there is no excuses, right? There's no, it's just you and another person. There's no time limit, and I think those are a very good way to do it.
Yeah. Interesting stat that I found out: the U.S. Army's recruitment numbers just hit their highest levels in 15 years. What do you think's driving that?
I think probably the new administration coming in. So I think you've got a administration and that is very pro-American and patriotic, and I think that's definitely helping those numbers.
What do you make of Pete Hegseth and everything that's going on there?
I think Pete is. I think people are. I think establishment people inside that world are scared, because he is a change agent, and I think he's bringing change, and I think he's aggressively bringing change. Hey, when you aggressively do things, sometimes some things are going to get, like, there's going to be some collateral damage. And
I could take these greens out all the way. Like, part of me is thinking about, like,
I think he has decided
getting rid of the color green. Like,
and so I think he's making aggressive change, and I think some people don't like it.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is. Yeah.
There's some report thing that I saw, the 120 high-ranking roles.
Oh yeah, I think he got rid of a bunch of flag officers, admirals and generals. Yep.
Yeah, 9 4-star general positions and 80 1, 2, and 3-star roles.
Check.
That sounds like a lot.
Do you know? I mean, I don't know if they have this information readily.
I think I did this one on
but
this one too. No, I
I
didn't.
remember when in World War II. In World War II,
Menu
I think
came
we had less
across
generals
my
than
page
obviously
search.
have.
Is the ESRP
So
good for
that's
sports?
ridiculous.
Yes, but
And
now it comes down to
yes,
your
and
to the lens you get.
and
That's the only thing now is the
everyone,
lens.
you know, the military is
You make sure you have a really a sharp and a fast lens too though to match. Because the ESR the RP is a 24 megapixel camera, so it could kind of go both ways.
A little bit bigger than someone else's organization because it's going to benefit us. It's going to make me better. It's going to make our chain of command higher.
I think anything can be good for anything,
They've been
honestly.
for a long time.
See, this is my 8200 right here. You guys can see it. I literally left my 8200 right there, flashing off. It's crazy. I had a 2 light set up.
Responsibilities to lower-ranking officers. Army is expected to absorb a significant share of the reductions, while the Marine Corps and Space Force will see minimal impact due to their already lean leadership structures.
Yeah, the Marine Corps stays lean. I don't know too much about Space Force. The Army and the Navy probably have excessive, jet flag and general officers. And again, he's right. You shouldn't have. You should have junior people in charge of things that are commensurate to their level of responsibility. It doesn't take an admiral or a general to do certain jobs that, a lieutenant colonel or a major. If you look at what the majors did in World War II, it's like insane compared to what
what level is a major at?
an 04. So that's like the first field grade officer in the Army or the Marine Corps. In the Navy, it would be called a lieutenant commander. That's what I was. I was a lieutenant commander in the Navy. But if you look at what those guys did in World War II, it's like insane. And we
Would you have a recommendation for the lens?
It's awesome.
It would definitely have to be something like a 2.8 at minimum, like a 70 to 200. 2.8 would be really good for some sports.
That comes along with any organization that's been around for 8 years.
Yeah, 100%.
What are you gonna do? Like fire this person? Like, oh, you did this. There's no role for us to elevate you into.
You remember when Elon Musk took over Twitter? Everyone remembers that he fired. What did he fire? 2/3, 3/4 of the force?
Yeah,
it was like 3/4 of the
Him
people.
and 10 Asian guys running the entire company.
And people freaked out like, oh, it's never going to survive. Obviously it survived, and it in many aspects got better. But you're right. When Jack Dorsey started Twitter, there was probably 3 employees, right? And then over time it grew, and he hired engineers, I'm sure in the beginning, and software engineers and programmers, and eventually he hired someone that was in charge of something that didn't really matter, and then that person hired a team, and then that person hired 5 more people, and so it's bureaucratic bloat that happens. And has it happened in the Department of Defense? Absolutely. Absolutely. And so Pete Hegseth comes in and says, yeah, we're not doing it anymore, which is very contrary to what a normal bureaucrat would do. Because a normal bureaucrat would say, oh, you're putting me in charge of something? Cool, I'm going to make that something as big as I possibly can and bring as much money as I can. He invited Doge to come in there and have a look. Tell me where we can save money. And if you don't think there's money that can be saved in the Department of Defense, you're crazy. Like, of course there is.
How many billions of dollars are unaccounted for every single year?
It's
insane.
Totally insane. It's totally insane. So I think seeing that attitude, and I think is what's helping the recruiting a lot.
The funny thing about the Elon pivot that maybe even relates to this and to the level of recruitment as well, I remember Elon put some job listing out saying, if you want to work harder than you ever have at anything, the most difficult problems, 18-hour days, etc., apply here, twitter.com/jobs or whatever. And the responses were, this is industrial revolution era style tyranny, there is no respect for workers and all the rest of this stuff. And I was like, hey, look, not everybody is built to do that. And if you're not built to do that, then I imagine that this looks like a threat to you. But you don't understand what it's like to be in the top 0.1% of coders on the planet to whom, if you were to say you're not allowed to do this, you would be robbing them of a source of real well-being and pleasure. There are people who live to do that. They want to sleep under their desk. They want to be able to work on the hardest problems and so on and so forth. And you get to attract that kind of talent, but you never get to attract that kind of talent who are the most efficient, who are going to come up with the best kind of ideas, for as long as there's all of this fucking bloat and bureaucratic red tape and bullshit.
Yeah.
And the fact that, you think, okay, Twitter, maybe it's important, maybe it's not. I think we can all agree that fucking national defense is pretty important, right?
Yeah.
So if there is a place where you should not be allowing bureaucratic fuckery and bloat and unnecessary roles to be in there, it's probably in the Department of Defense.
Yeah. And like I said, there's
Casper,
gonna be
bro,
some
come
collateral
on, bro,
damage,
stop.
And people will freak out about the collateral damage. But when something happens and oh yeah, we got rid of this program, and it turns out that program was actually something that looks like we should keep. Okay, cool, we'll bring it back. It's not that big of a deal. And it passed the test, by the way, because everyone, let's not get rid of that program. Okay, cool. Yep, you're right. Show me the numbers. Yep, let's bring that program back in. So I think that it's something, it's revolutionary what's happening in the government, and yeah, I think it's going to go well.
What do you think the future of warfare is going to look like? Someone who's spent a lot of time on the ground in kinetic situations, but are we on the verge of some new revolution with how this sort of war is going to be fought?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you watch what's going on in Ukraine right now, it's new. It's a new form of warfare. And so, the drones. Have you heard about the drones over there? Have you heard about these drones that are powered by fiber optic cables? Or they're not powered, but that's how they're controlled, because the radio signals can be disrupted, and so you have to have a direct line, and they're using fiber optic lines. So when the drone flies, it's dragging like a fiber optic cable behind it, but it's tiny. It's like the size of a hair.
Oh.
And so on the battlefield, there's just all these spider webs everywhere. But this is just, things are going to advance. They're going to advance very rapidly, and we'll see what happens. I've called it for a long time that we weren't going to need manned fighter aircraft anymore, but we're still making them. But I mean, that just can't last that much longer. And then you go to ground warfare, like, okay, we're going to have some robots that are coming, and then you have drones on top of robots. I mean, drones are robots. It's weird that making something fly is so much easier than making it walk along the ground. So yeah, it's drones, and they'll make drones that. It's going to be a new form of warfare, and so what we need to do is the most important thing is keep an open mind and not get, same thing I said about iterative decision making, right? Like, you can't go all in on some specific type of drone right now, because that drone is going to be obsolete when they figure out a way to eliminate the fiber optic cables or whatever the case may be. And I would, in the back of my mind, I always think that ultimately, like, you are going to need a human with boots and a gun that's going to go and secure and hold a place, right? I still think you have to have that capability at some juncture when the robots are done, or when they figure out the defense for the drones, the defense for the robots, and they figure out an EMP that disrupts all the digital, and all those things just flop over and die, or whatever the case may be. So you got to train that soldier to be able to be on the ground and go and make things happen. But as time goes on, I am definitely seeing less and less probability of that. Something you still need to prepare for, but less and less probability. The robots are coming.
I wonder, you're apparently one of them, I wonder whether this next 10, 20 years or so is going to be an exciting time to be behind the scenes in the military, because we had you can probably tell me better, but I would imagine something like from 1950 to 2000, maybe sort of mid 2000s, largely slowly iterative technology, similar kind of battle formations.
Yeah.
You're making small adjustments here and there. Look at me mansplaining to you. And then 2020 to 2025, a fucking whole world of change. And you think, a lot of the previous plans are out of the window, which means that you need new tactics, you need new strategies, new approaches, and I wonder who is the person that's in charge of coming up with those new tactics, because experience like yours that understands what's going on, how applicable is that now moving forward? Where are the principles that you can use And where are the ones where you think, we're in a different world now?
Yeah. Well, as I look at it, you know, again, the principles that I talk about, the principles that I teach, they're all still applicable. They're 100% applicable, but you're applying them with the new technology, which is what always happens. Like the principles of warfare don't change, just like human nature doesn't change. Like it doesn't change. Warfare is based on humans, and humans apply human nature to everything that they're doing. So, but I think one of the most important things that we have to do is, like I said, keep an open mind, because things are going to change so rapidly. And if you get caught in one idea of warfare, you're going to miss the one that flanks you.
Right,
takes you
okay,
out.
you're going to overcommit. There's
Yeah.
something that doesn't end up being...
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it is, it's fucking wild. I had Joe Lonsdale, part of Anduril,
Okay.
who's also part of Palantir, and I had him on, and he was talking about these fucking bullets from space. It's like bullets that can be fired, these rods that can be fired from space now, and that, you know, like, it's this weird blend between ground warfare and space warfare, and it's insane. So yeah, between the evolution that you've seen of these tanks are worth millions of dollars, these drones with a little
$400
can and C4 are worth less than $1,000, and there's particular weakness vector spots on the tank, so the drones find those, then the tanks patch that up, then the drones get better, then the tanks put nets on the front, then the drones have little blades that cut through them. You know, it's like watching the evolution of a predator and a prey, but happening month by month. You know, it's a change.
Yeah. And if you think you know everything, and you think you've got the problem solved, you're going to get caught. So keep an open mind.
Interesting. You know, people always talk about this, how war drives forward innovation because there's real mortal consequences. Like, I want to fly. That's nice. It's like, we need to protect the skies. That's slightly different. You know, if fucking the Wright brothers were around only a couple of years later when World War I had started, it's like, maybe they were going to be. I mean, they went pretty quick. But yeah, and you're seeing now exactly why that's the case, because people are coming up with all manner of garage solutions made with sellotape and cable ties to fix really, what was it they were talking about? A Javelin is $1 million missile meant to shoot down a $500 drone.
That's it. It's not a good way to win wars.
No, but these EMP things that Joe was telling me about, I can't remember, it's like gadolinium, or this special type of element that's inside of this super high frequency capacitor that deploys a really targeted pulse, and it can shoot these things. I'm like, this is fucking insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, it's not been that long since you were on the.
And to your point, like I will watch a World War II movie or a Vietnam movie, and I'm like, oh yeah, I see what's happening. Like I've done something like that right there, you know. And now you go, well, I didn't have that happening. I didn't have a freaking drone flying over me trying to drop a grenade on me, or it's just the advances are so rapid.
Yeah, or a guy, I would imagine now that in some of the special forces, at some point in the not too distant future, there'll be a fucking head of robot operations
For sure.
or something. There'll be a guy who's got a fucking suit and a laptop and a drone, and he can deploy all shit out of a Batman belt.
And honestly, I mean, when I think about this, I always wished that instead of creating Space Force, they created a cyber force, like a totally separate cyber warfare, because basically we're talking about the conflict of ideas, right? That's what's happening in war, is essentially the physical manifestation of a conflict of ideas. And so what does that mean? That means information. And now we have your information versus my information. So what does that boil down to in this day and age? It boils down to cyber warfare and information operations. You know, how can I make the people on your team believe the ideas that I have instead of your ideas? That's propaganda, cyber, internet. That's what it is. And so I wish that we would have started an arm of that instead of Space Force. But people get really scared because when I say, hey Chris, what I want to do is I want to develop a weapon system that changes the way you think or the way your people think or the way the enemy think, that makes people really nervous. You're more comfortable, most people are more comfortable with, I want to make a weapon system that will, massacre a bunch of you in a brutal way. Yeah, I want to fire bullets of space that will take out whole neighborhoods or whatever. People are more comfortable with that than me saying I want to develop something that's going to change the way you think and change the ideas in your head. That, for some reason, makes people more scared. But in my opinion, that should be what the focus is, rather than just upping the physical, mechanical massacre of each other.
You're looking to get sort of further up the further up the stack.
Preemptive, the whole thing.
Text Tulsi. Tell her she can. I'm sure she can fucking find a few $1 billion.
Tulsi's working on it.
Yeah. But no, Cyberforce is. I mean, I have to assume that this is contributed to through every different agency at the moment has little wings that are onto this. But you're right that it is a war of ideas that starts a war of bullets. And if you can try and cut off at the knees, and it's a point to do with
cut off at the knees.
When you think about are there aliens in space, one of two answers. One is no there aren't, and the other is yes there are. So either we're completely alone or there's others out there. Both answers are equally terrifying. And I think when you look at some of the Western anti-Westernism, and I have to assume that we are able to create Eastern anti-Easternism and Russian anti-Russianism as well. There's one of two answers for that. One is this is because of foreign actors that are encouraging us to think badly of ourselves and to fight among our own group, and the other is we're doing this to ourselves. And the same as the aliens thing, both answers are equally terrifying.
You could do two separate ones if you want to, they are different outfits, but you could do them together, and if you wanted to, I would say the ones without the veil first, and with the knife first, and then the veil second.
This is not new, but the technology is.
Yeah, it's, what success would Hitler have had if he didn't have Goebbels, if he wasn't so good with propaganda, if he wasn't so good with media, if he didn't have
clients, man.
Well, near the success that he had. So, I would recommend and again, that sounds terrible, right? Well, Hitler did it worked, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, that type of warfare is how he had a massive amount of success. It was psychological warfare that he's using inside of his own country to convince people to think a certain way.
Hearts and minds. I mean, this cliche of winning hearts and minds. It's not just hearts and minds of your own people, but it's decreasing the hearts and minds of the enemy. Oh, maybe should we be doing this? Is this actually what we should? And I mean, it's a really, really good point to bring up, because the two main conflicts that we've got going on at the moment, Ukraine and the Middle East, nobody can agree on what's happening. Nobody can agree on why it's happened. This great idea, it's called knowingness. So a lot of the time, issues of belief and dogmatism in the modern world are laid at the feet of misinformation. So poor information is the reason for this being there. And so if the problem is misinformation, the solution is better information, right? If you understand something that isn't correct, we just need to give you something that corrects that misbelief, and away we go. But knowingness, which is believing that you have an answer to the question before the question has been asked, it's like an anti-intellectual curiosity. It sort of insulates you from updating your beliefs. It's a way bigger problem than misinformation, because if it's misinformation, you can fix it with new, better information. But if it's knowingness, you're completely averse. There's no penetration. There's no way that I can get through to you. And this is I think the odd realization when people are so fucking ardent. We know that the fact is settled around this. We know the fact is settled around the Middle East, and this is what happened. And we know the fact is settled around Ukraine. It's like, hey, dude, you're saying that you know the fact is settled. No one can agree on the facts. How the fuck can the facts be settled? You think that your fact is settled. Somebody else has a different. I mean, even people talk about like, what do we mean by facts? We're in like such a post-truth era. It's insane.
It's insane.
It is, and it doesn't surprise me. Maybe even that. I don't know what to believe. Maybe apathy, confusion, nihilism, uncertainty. Maybe that's the outcome. Maybe the outcome isn't even to give you some sort of narrative that you're supposed to believe. Maybe the outcome that you're trying to get to is, I don't know any narrative to believe, and that makes you more malleable, more manipulative down the line.
Yeah, well, I think in this case is just trying to have an open mind about what you see happening, and not completely buying into any narrative, and just kind of seeing what's happening and understanding that that's the way
Damn,
things are going to go. Like, we're gonna have people killing each other. This is the unfortunate, horrible aspect of mankind, is that we have wars and we kill each other, and we've been doing it the whole time. So that's beautiful.
Or you could do this too, guys. Adjustments. We're gonna go to exposure. Exact same thing. You could do it in you could do it just same way that I just did it. How I took all that time in Lightroom. You do it a lot faster using you do it a lot faster.
The problem with that was looking at the wrong numbers. But
Here.
seeing the numbers. Right now you're seeing
In Photoshop.
every civilian casualty, every building that was hit accidentally or on purpose, or is, you know, a tactic. And they didn't send a message that said that you need to leave 10 minutes before, or they used a
I'll go back and do it again.
particular
I'm gonna
size of
select this
armament
one.
that wasn't permitted for this era. You get into this tied up in red tape and legalese about what the specific, and it's just, you're drowning in information, and you're seeing, I guess, for the first time ever, you're seeing collateral damage, which I have to assume is a byproduct of every kinetic conflict in human history.
Yeah.
You're seeing that.
The big, I mean, all kinds of mistakes to talk about in Vietnam, but one of the things was the Battle of the Ai Drang Valley,
Merge them together.
which was like the first major like engagement, 1965, U.S. military against the Viet Cong and the North Vietnamese. And when we got done with that battle, we had killed like 1,000 of them, and they had killed 100 of us. And what McNamara and his what was their crew called? Anyways, the nerds. They had some name for him. Anyways, what those guys calculated was, kill it. See, we can kill 1,000 of them. They only killed 100 of us, so we can beat them. And what they didn't realize is that you kill one American, and we are devastated. And the Viet Cong and the North Vietnamese and the communists were like, "Oh, you killed 100 of ours? Cool, we have 100 more." And so we had a different datum to start with. We had a different premise of what we were willing to sacrifice. And so this is what we're seeing around the world. Is like, what are these various sides willing to sacrifice for their cause? And we in America look at it and we have a totally different perception of what it is. On any sides, we have a hard time comprehending other people's conflicts. And we've gone into, we go into countries, of course, everyone's going to want this. Everyone's going to want this outcome. We don't understand their perspective. And so we don't understand what outcome they actually want. And when you go in and try and impose your outcome on people, they don't like it. That doesn't work with your kids, it doesn't work with your employees, and it doesn't work when you try and do it to whole nations. So you have to consider that as you make moves.
You know who you should have on the show? A guy called John Lyle. So he wrote a book called The Dirty Tricks Department. It was a book about the founding of the OSS and the insane tactics that they used in World War II to try and stop World War II. So one of my favorites was they found the gardener who grew the vegetables that were eaten by Hitler at the Eagle's Nest.
Eagle's Nest.
And there was a psychological profile done of Hitler saying that he had a fragile hold on his masculinity. So they tried to get this gardener to inject the vegetables with female sex hormones so that Hitler's mustache would fall off and his voice would go soprano and he would lose his mind and then they would win the war. So that was one of them. I didn't realize that I think it's foxes in Japan are a symbol of foreboding. So they wanted to create glow-in-the-dark foxes and put them onto the shores of Japan so that they would demoralize the Japanese, but they couldn't get a hold of enough foxes, so they used
Dang, D, you been in there just waiting.
These raccoons would get it. paint them with luminous paint like foxes, but then they put them in the sea and all the paint washed off. So then they got a PA system and a huge fox head on the side of a ship, and they were broadcasting. So like, it's just so good. But he's got another one coming out, which is the OSS came into the CIA, and then I think this one is the transitions through that. So interesting. But when you think about all of the different strategies psychologically that have been tried to be, okay, we're going to try and interject here, we're going to try and interject there.
And I certainly prefer those over. I prefer painted raccoons over bombs.
Yeah. Well, they might be the same. Jocko, dude, you're awesome, man. I appreciate the heck out of you.
Good to see you,
man.
Thank you.
What have you got coming up next? What can people expect? You've got a Chris Pratt starring as the dramatized version of one of your books.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Is that filmed, finished?
So filmed. Yep. So we already filmed it. We filmed it in August, September, October. We filmed it up actually around here in LA, and
I merged that, so I'm in Command G, then Command E.
Area, and yeah, we filmed it. It's in the editing process now. It's so I've seen like it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna help a lot of kids.
Exactly.
I gotta leave, y'all. I gotta head to a shoot. I'm about to try to finish a few more and show y'all how I do it.
Dude, I can't wait to see that.
Command Shift X.
I appreciate
but I gotta head out to a shoot.
Good seeing you, man.
I'm really shooting for the rest of the night. That's why I went live right now because I had a client cancel.
How about David?
But I'm about to have to leave now because
Right here.
I got to
Press it.
go do that for her. Because I had some clients cancel right now, so I have time right now, but I'm not gonna have time in a few seconds. LOL. So I was able to go live right now because I had a cancellation, but I need to text her to check in with her, finish these real quick, send these to them. Then I got somebody directly after her. Bro, I'm booked till 10 tonight. Crazy part about it, and then I have a wedding that I have to be to at 8 a.m. in the morning. It's crazy, man. It's the life you asked for, though. You know what I'm saying? Definitely what we asked for. I asked God for it. That boy prevailed and things of that nature. So shit, I can't get mad that he gave me what I asked for. How am I get mad that he gave me what I asked for? I said, hey, let me get that. He said, bet that. I got you, my boy. There we go. See the crop. Save. Now that that's done, then I'm gonna do the same thing with all the rest. All right, love you guys. About to slide. Actually, I think I'm gonna keep filming for Patreon though. But I'm trying to see which other one. I'm gonna do an edit on this one just by itself. I have to remove their heads. I'm gonna chop their heads off in this one, and have just them holding the head like right there. So I'm gonna do that edit, but not right now. I'm gonna do that edit though. I'm gonna do this one and this one. But I feel like everything else right now is pretty much repetition now. You guys kind of already know like what I'm going for and what I'm gonna keep doing basically. So now it's like everything from this point on is just kind of repetition. Generative, double click. But yeah, I feel like everything from here on is kind of repetition. And then I'm about to like actually focus on eating this food. And I gotta pack. Yeah, I gotta pack. What time is it? Okay, yeah. And then I got somebody. Yeah, bro, I got people back. Bro, I got people back to back, gang. And then I got the nerve to have a wedding tomorrow morning. And I gotta shoot at a trampoline park for the owner of the trampoline park tomorrow. So stay tuned for some real raw unfiltered behind the scenes on Patreon coming at your head top. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be dropping upon your head top. But these are gonna be all the same as I did over these. Just some more body morphing, shaping, things of that nature. I'm gonna do the same thing to these. Kind of just constant repetition from here on out. But I love you guys so much. I'll talk to y'all later. Let me know down below what other tutorials you guys want to see. I'm going to be dropping a lot of videos into Patreon over the next few days. I'm about to be flooding that bit. I'm going to start dropping YouTube videos gradually, You know, every bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. But Patreon about to get flooded. So I'm going to see y'all later. If you haven't watched the most recent YouTube video, go watch that thing for your boy, Taxi PNG on YouTube. If you haven't seen the most recent upload on my my community tab, go comment on that on the community tab on YouTube. I've been posting on there trying to make it, you know, like, you know, make our own little Instagram vibes where I could post the pics and y'all, you know, react to the pictures. Let me know. Y'all see it before Instagram. That'd be tough, right? I post the photos on YouTube before Instagram. That'd be lit. I love you guys. Until next time, we out. Taxi. Yeah, yeah.